Happy Mika Monday. Happy Mika Monday. Happy Mika Monday on a Monday. Are you guys familiar with Mika Mondays? Has it been 1 week since the last Mika Monday, perhaps? I think so. I think so. I think we're on a very special Mika Monday. One in which I have the day off, which is why we're starting a little earlier than normal. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I have some certain things planned, and the rest is not planned. So we'll see where we end up. But first, thank you Topaz for the raid when you guys are finishing stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was in there the whole time watching Paralives with you guys. And like Topaz was saying, there's like definitely a distinct amount of jank that was going on, which is kind of to be expected with early access games. You kind of just accept that that's the way things are going to go when you purchase a game like that. But overall, I thought it looked really cute, especially the build menu. I feel like once people start putting together like best practices and tips guides online, we're going to see a lot of really cool builds. And more importantly, Mika, by Friday, when we're streaming Paralives, we'll be able to build something half decent. But that aside, let's say hi to everyone. Modular Skeleton, play Morrowind. Hi Skelly, hi Palm, hi Topaz, hi Dave, and hi Lovey, who joined us saying sex. So true, bestie. So true, bestie. Hello, Apop. Happy Mika Monday. Happy Mika Monday. So for those of us who were not on Topaz's stream earlier, Topaz and I discovered something that has set the tone for the day, I think, for both of us. And I'll tell you what that is here in a second, but I have to whisper it because I'm scared they will hear me. Kuramara asks, new Mika. It's just different hairstyle, Mika. Little cardigan, Mika. It's all normal. It's all normal. It's all normal. But I don't think we've mentioned it on Discord. Or, I mean, I haven't mentioned what we found out during Topaz's stream on Discord, but we've talked about before the fact that our neighbors do not get along and they argue and yell at each other. And that has been an ongoing issue where Topaz and I will be sitting there and we hear them get into an argument next door, and they yell at each other, and we found out because they're so loud and yell at each other so loudly that the source of their grievances was the fact that he cheated on her at one point, and they stayed together and it made them both mentally ill. But we got the text during Topaz's stream an hour or two ago that they broke up finally. So who are you? I'm whispering secrets in here. How do I do this? I don't think I've had to do this. How do I do this? Oh, there you go. I don't ever have to actually moderate my own chat. Don't make me do that. But that was the big discovery during Topaz's stream, was that we're free. We're free of the menace. What did they say? It was something about like viewer. It's a viewer selling bot, I think. Mika, you should treat your kind nicer. You know what? Like, if I was a person, you know, people treat scammers like shit. It's the same thing. If you're a scammer, like, just get into a reputable line of work and you won't be scorned. I think it's very simple, actually. I have no respect for scamming bots. Or scamming people. My downstairs neighbor keeps vibrating their ceiling / my floor, and it's still a mystery as to why. Well... Are you sure they're not, like, engaging in construction work or, like, power drills or the like? Maybe they're having sex, Kuramaru. I don't know, but I'm not sure. I'm also not sure. Fortunately, we live in a duplex, so at 11 p.m., unlikely. You don't think people have sex at 11 p.m.? Or, I guess the power drill. Yeah, they're probably not using a power drill at 11. The frequency does not match sex. But is there normal? Some people get, you know, are sporadic or freaky. I don't know. Maybe you should start documenting it so we can see it. And then it'll turn into like an analog horror series as you descend into madness, trying to figure out what exactly is causing the causing the disturbance. But more importantly, since we live in a duplex, Topaz and I live on the side of the house that does not have a driveway. And if they have broken up, then there is a possibility Topaz and I will have a window of opportunity to move into the other side of the house. So God willing, Topeka will be able to move 5 feet to the other side of the house. There's some crazy equipment out there, Trent says. Allegedly, that's what I've heard. But what about the inevitable rebounding? That's a good question. Oh, Eric, thank you for the gifted subs to Kuramaru and Scab. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Speaking of support, I have been working on the Mika autopsy doll, as you all know, and the first prototype unfortunately has flopped. So I am back to the drawing board. I need to start over in order to make a better one that doesn't fall apart. But hopefully there's another update on how that's going. Right now I have a Mika nugget on my floor because all I could get was the head and torso attached, but nothing else. The arms and the legs wouldn't attach, and it was really pissing me off. Kuramaru, you weren't here for the autopsy doll explanation. Because I said several weeks ago, I posed the question, would you want to do an autopsy on a VTuber? And A-Pop was the only person that supported the idea, which was enough of a grounds for me to move forward with it. And I've purchased all the supplies to hand sew it. But I'm going through the prototyping phase to figure out how to do this as part of like a little charity event here in the next few months. And I'm trying not to make a piece of shit, even if it's for charity. Even if it's for charity, I don't want to be giving out little pieces of nugget shit that like fall apart in the mail, you know, which is happening right now. I think I'm going to be able to fix it just by adding extra fabric and adding glue as supports, basically, which might be jank in its own right, but hopefully we can get it sorted. I'm sorry, Miss Mika, I have a note that excuses my absence from class on that day. Was it from a doctor or a nurse practitioner? Your answer will determine how much I respect their medical opinion, depending on their degree. I think A-Pop is right with the 3D printer guess, though, especially my parole officer. I guess that you didn't specify a sick A sick day. I suppose if you're doing community service, that's okay. That's okay. I'll accept it. However, please be on the lookout for the upcoming Mika autopsy doll updates as it gets off the ground. Soon there will be thousands of them, and everyone will be doing autopsies on Mika Novas. I purchased a, like, and I'm gonna have to donate it to, like, the women's shelter or something for an actual child to use once I'm done filming the skit, or do something with it. But I purchased, like, a child's doctor playset to film. Once I have the prototype that actually looks good, I'm going to film a promo for it, involving autopsying the prototype. So please look forward to that. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for it. but then I keep thinking, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with this shit once I'm done filming with it? And it's like, nothing bad actually happens with it if it's just being used on a stuffed animal, right? So I'm sure some kid would want it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I release that out into the wild or otherwise dispose of it. But it's a perfectly good little playset from, like, Melissa and Doug. Nothing wrong with it. Eli Lilly sponsorship when? If Eli Lilly wants to sponsor my, like, my ADHD meds, maybe. If Eli Lilly coughs up the money. I was just complaining about this in Discord, that my insurance had changed when April rolled over because, like, basically everyone's health insurance went up because a bunch of subsidies ran out, I think. And the new health insurance we are on is more expensive, but my medications cost about 3 times as much. I got the text from Costco saying my medication was filled, and it's a generic, it's atomoxetine is what I take for ADHD. It's nothing crazy, and they're charging me $75 for a 3-month supply. Like $25 a month when I was paying like $20 every 3 months for it before. It's complete bullshit. And I'm paying, like, I think $420 bi-weekly for my health insurance. It's like, what's the point? What's the point if you're just gonna fuck me, you know? So I'm real heated about that. Unfortunately, I know this has been, like, kind of a topic of conversation as of late with kind of the 12th announcement Saba Sameko has had to make about her health, in her current life and her past life, regarding having an undisclosed chronic illness. But, like, unfortunately, Mika is also the chronic illness meme, outside of, obviously, I don't know, I don't think ADHD qualifies under that label. It's just a condition. But I have other stuff going on. And right now I'm in a really good place. But if I need, like, actual treatment, it's gonna be really bad. I had a bill come in from the doctor's office that was, like, $400 for just getting, blood work and vaccines done. And it was, like, $400? Are you kidding me? I think I can pull up, let me pull up my my bill. Let me lament about my medical bills. I think I've spent about $800 in the last month on medical bills alone that my insurance didn't cover, and it's really pissing me off. So it's on the top of my mind. I think if I wasn't paying as much as I was for my insurance, just for it to be, like, completely useless, it wouldn't piss me off as much as it currently is. Levy said, I wonder what part of YouTubing makes so many of us chronically ill people gravitate towards it. It's like working from home, but without the the job necessarily. Billing summary. Let me see this. Details. Yeah, they gave me a bunch of vaccines that I was behind on. The HPV vaccine was $300. They gave me Tdap vaccine. That was $100. The visit was $250, and then they did a bunch of like other things that all added up to the whole visit being $800, and my insurance only covered $350 of that, and then they sent me a bill for $400.73, which was extremely funny. So I paid that, but then I had the bill from the dermatologist for the tumor I had removed, and that was also like $400. Like, they're fucking me. They're fucking me. They're plop, plop, plop fucking me and taking my money on top of the $850 I spend every month. It's horrible. It's horrible. The whole thing's a scam. But unfortunately, I feel really, really good now that my medical issues are addressed. I'm just getting fucked. Again, plop, 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 raw, and it's horrible. Topaz says, not having to be on camera is a huge part. It's so hard when you're chronically ill or mentally ill. The unfortunate reality is that people very rarely ever watch a streamer without a camera, so that's a huge barrier, but even PNG tubing gives them something to represent you. I love American private healthcare. Yeah, it's insane right now. I have a few things that I was hoping to have taken care of, and I'm like, specific to like getting blood work ran again. I'm like, if it's gonna be another $400 bill, I really don't want to kick that. I know I'm not excited for when I lose Medicaid because of getting evicted. I might just end up buying my own meds off the gray market. Is that with like the rules for Medicaid changing in 2027? Because I know that might affect you, but depending on those rules, like kind of put everyone on Medicaid in like a gray area. Where's Palm to complain about the wording when I need him? Yeah, no, because I'll be homeless. You should. I think you should be able to. I mean, I guess I don't know if you're homeless. That's gonna be horrible, Lovely. I'm so sorry. If you ever need anything, let us know. Let us know. On a pity party Sag way. But I still worry about everybody. Like, I'm complaining, but really I have it pretty good, all things covered. I think they changed it to where like medical bills can implicate or impact your credit score, which is why I've been trying to pay them off like as soon as I'm getting them. I think they changed something about that, so it's just really bad. But I'm able to pay it, so you know, it could be worse, obviously. There's definitely people in worse medical debt situations than me. But I love bitching. I love bitching. It's my favorite thing to do. It's my technicality. We need the Topeka commune. Don't worry, everyone. Tonight I'm winning the Powerball. And then we'll be able to purchase the land for the Topeka commune. Well, I won't have a technical place of living, so I won't be able to file anything. It's so hard because Medicaid is run state by state. So what happens, how it's managed in one state is like so different to how it's, because while I'll live with my big bro, I'm not on the lease. You should be able to get something. They'll accept any kind of mail to some extent. I know they usually, Where I live, it's based off household. Yeah, well, what I'm saying is it's like who to reach out to for resources and assistance. Yeah, that's really what I'm stuck on is like, oh, I know who to call in my state for help, but those resources don't necessarily exist state to state. And especially if your big brother isn't going to be filing you as a dependent on his tax return, then you definitely don't need to include him in your household. Especially for adults, they are not that discriminating about those sorts of things, unfortunately. You simply say, yeah, I'm living here. And with Medicaid, at least for the time being, they're not doing too much interrogation. My psych meds, so that's epic. Extremely based. Yeah, getting off psych meds would be really, really bad. But definitely look up and see if they have anyone that you can talk to about your Medicaid coverage. I know in our state, they have like a hotline that you can call to ask about that kind of thing. But I don't know if that exists for you. But unfortunately, I think the new rules will probably bump you off anyway because of the just how much more restrictive it's about to get, which is crazy. Very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate that things are not better when they could be. But God willing, we will have a better healthcare system at least sometime in our lifetime. It couldn't possibly get worse, right? Right? This is as bad as it gets, right? Let's just hope for that. And if it does get worse, I've already told Topaz if certain things get worse, there's always the option of like going postal and losing your shit. So at the very least, I have that, on the table. My next live stream is me going absolutely ape shit and going crazy. But until then, we won't have to worry about it. So, my grievances with the American healthcare system aside, I did want to be brave, and I might wait a little bit until the sun goes down to try and watch Vita Carnes, the rest of it. That was what Palm had recommended to us last week. But it was really scary. It was really scary. So that's why I'm kind of humming and hawing it. We also have Nuke's Top 5 when the sun goes down in 4 hours. You know what? That's a good point. I forgot that it's summer. Maybe it'll be better to watch it while the sun's still up. I won't be scared. What else? Yeah, I think I've just been thinking about health a lot because of the Saba. Like, calling it drama doesn't seem like quite the right word, especially with it being, somebody's private health situation. But it is like, a topic of discussion of like, what's going on with all these sick fuck VTubers? And I myself don't have a good answer to that question. I myself don't know quite what's going on. Maybe we're all plagued. We're all plagued by something otherworldly. I'm looking at YouTube right now, and they're giving me a bunch of scary videos. I think we're going to... Let me double check this. I think we're going to watch some scary videos because I've been on a scary video kick lately, I think, for some reason. I don't know what's been driving it. I don't have a good answer. We open VTube Studio and our bodies immediately become crippled. Maybe there is something in the application itself. Can I resize this window, please? Go like that. Accidentally hit my mouse. Go up. Most of my health issues are self-inflicted, either through overtraining or not training enough. Well, then that's an easy... At the very least, you have an easy answer to that. It's not like you need to go through 30 referrals to get an answer. It's simply pick up weights less or more at your discretion, and you will figure it out. Top 10 scary ghost videos to make you cry. Foreign.
The Last Stop.
Is the
This
audio
next
okay?
viral video was shared by multiple social media accounts on the internet, but none of them mentioned the original source. The video shows a man inspecting an old abandoned
Slightly
bus
loud.
somewhere in the rural countryside
Hi,
of
Clement
Japan.
Zira. Happy Mika
Of
Monday.
course, as you might expect,
Or happy Memorial
things
Day, I
take
guess.
a terrifying turn.
It's always the Japanese ones that make it on these videos, huh? Why does it keep saying foreign in the cap? Oh, that scared me. I wasn't expecting that, but this is like really obvious editing. It's auto captions. But what's prompting it? What's prompting it though? They hired, I think I've watched this video before because I think I'm gonna make the same joke I made to Topaz in the past, which is they hired a middle schooler to to stare. I've hired this middle schooler to stare at you. You have some 2005
As the man
eyeshadow.
approaches the entrance to the bus, a girl can be seen watching him from the window. He quickly looks inside, but there's
It's hallucinating
no one
language I
there.
can't discern.
Now, because there's no source, it's impossible to say whether this footage is real or fake.
I
always,
think I can pretty
I leave
confidently
that up
say
to
it's
you
fake.
to decide.
I don't think she disappeared that quickly.
Something
That's just me.
watches over. Paranormal investigator Alex from the YouTube channel Hunting the Unknown sets out to investigate an old abandoned nun convent in the south of England.
You know what?
The
We
old
were talking about
building
me
also
becoming a
doubled as
nun
an
last time,
asylum for the
weren't we?
mentally
Last Mika
ill.
Monday.
The convent/asylum was active from
See,
the
I could be in
1800s
charge of
all
a
the
mental
way
ill
into the
asylum.
late 1900s, with over 100
You guys can all
years
live
of
there.
dark history.
I'll
It's
give you
not surprising that the
antipsychotics. I'll
building
feed
is
them
said
to you on a
be
spoon.
extremely haunted. One ghostly figure that haunts the building is said to be that of a sad nun, who is said to still wander the hallways of the old asylum.
Should we get a vote on the
to
nun
this day.
outfits? How many
Alex
variations
decides
of a
to
nun
explore
outfit
the
can there be?
convent completely alone, with nothing but a camera and a flashlight.
Oh,
While
hell.
inside, he
Hi,
gets the
Can Man.
overwhelming sense that someone is watching him.
Hello, is anyone here?
He's watching you because you have the tiniest gauges known to man. It's none of your business. Oh. My bad. Sorry, I apologize to Catholics everywhere. Something's tapping.
Hello?
And I'm British. I'm a British man in the mental ill asylum full of haunted nuns. Are you braving the potential terrors of Vita Carnis tonight, or is it a nuke day? I think this is tempering my palate in preparation
Alex
for
hears
Vita
strange noises
Carnis.
and feels like he's being followed. Then
Yes,
he captures
Pom.
something
We are
absolutely
watching
terrifying.
Spooks. It's a spoopy Mika Monday. What are we censoring? I feel like he needs a better, like,
see
respirator.
it?
No, I didn't.
The investigator doesn't even notice, but as he passes one of the empty old asylum rooms, an ominous dark figure seems to be lurking
Oh, that's what it's
inside.
like walking by
A figure
Topaz's
with a creepy
room.
resemblance to the shadowy
Fucking
outline
lurking.
of a nun. So could it be that the old nun who allegedly haunts the convent was watching Alex? Well,
No, she was like
who
Blair
knows?
Witch
But you
projecting
can
in the
watch this
corner.
entire exploration over on the YouTube channel
It's not an N95. That's what I'm saying. If there's asbestos in there,
and
like,
brimstone.
you need something a
This
little
next
better
bizarre
than
video is
the
a bit of a mystery. The
baby
video was
mask.
shared to the internet without a source, and
Or
it's a bit
mold.
unclear
I
as to
feel like he walked
exactly
by
what
mold too.
is going on here. The footage shows a dangerous fire near 2 cars, and something else truly disturbing.
Truly disturbing. Well, 2 pixels are gonna show us something truly disturbing. The alien walked
Someone or
out.
something can be seen silently walking through the fire, seemingly unbothered and unhurt.
That's also
Eerily,
Topaz.
the figure resembles the shape of a small child.
No, it looks like an
Could it be
alien,
that the
doesn't
fire
it?
tragically claimed a victim whose spirit is lost in the blaze? Without a source, we'll just never know.
Sauntering. Dude is just trying. He's aura farming.
Musician Eder Olives from Torreon, Mexico is driving home late one night on the Saltillo-Torreon highway when he spots something truly disturbing.
I appreciate his attempt to pronounce these. Ah! And there's so many other people driving
A woman
by.
dressed in white can be seen running in the emergency lane of the highway, her arms outstretched.
This is
in a
like the
strange
movie
way.
Weapons,
Some
right?
video commenters even
Don't they
suggested
do
it
that
looks
in
like
that
the
movie?
woman has no head. Now, Eder Olives actually thought he might be hallucinating at first, as he was extremely tired from his long drive home. But later, he checks his dashcam footage, and he is shocked to discover that the woman was 100% real.
I'm gonna do this
Eder
on the
says he has no
highway
idea why a
outside of
woman would be
Offkai
running down the dangerous and busy highway so
and
late
start an
at
urban
night.
legend that
He
way.
says that he thinks he might have captured a
She's
ghost
practicing her
on
Naruto
camera.
run. It's not very
But
aerodynamic
what do
to be
you
a
think?
Naruto run.
Is this encounter paranormal or just weird? You
It's
decide.
just weird.
More than he bargained for. Paranormal investigators Tomo and Hiro from the YouTube
Back-to-back
channel Omagatoki
JP
Film are
horror
contacted by one of their
investigations.
viewers, a man named Taguchi, who claims that he's been experiencing strange activity in his studio apartment somewhere in Japan.
I'm no ghost hunter, but I'm already spotting the source of the strange activity. And it's called Bourbon Bottle 1 and 2 sitting empty on the on the table. Might be a cause for concern. Why is this just sitting here like decor? I wouldn't have noticed her because the 18-wheelers are scarier.
Taguchi
Exactly.
explains that 6 months ago he found a very cheap apartment. And you might ask, well,
Bro
why
had to
was it
refill his
so
mana.
cheap?
It's the
Turns
only way I
out
can
that
keep the
previous
ghosts away.
owner
Well, it's not
tragically took
working.
his own life right where Taguchi would be living and sleeping. But
Oh
the
my
young man
God.
doesn't believe in ghosts, so he happily signs the lease despite the apartment's dark history. But then, Taguchi starts to have trouble sleeping. He says that he hears footsteps, voices, and scariest of
Again,
all,
I'm
he
kind of
starts
blaming
to
the bourbon.
experience sleep paralysis, during which he sees a distorted, laughing face right above him as he lays in bed, unable to move. Tomo and Hiro decide to set up 2 static cameras in Taguchi's home for a month.
A
At the end
month?
of that time, they review the month of collected footage.
A
They are
month?
shocked by what they find. One night as Taguchi is sleeping, this happens.
Does he not, like... You know. Is he groaning? He's... He's got blue balls. He hasn't been able to jerk it for the entire month. This is what this is what happened to Topaz when they got sleep paralysis the other night. This doesn't look super comfortable. Maybe that's turns out bro has sleep apnea. Yeah.
Taguchi appears to be suffering from a horrible nightmare as he grabs at his neck, seemingly in pain.
Maybe the floor
He
we're
wakes
on
up
is
in an
also
absolute
not
panic.
helping.
But did you see it?
No.
A pale figure seems to materialize in the hallway.
The
The
feet.
apparition appears to be watching Taguchi as he
The
struggles
classic
in his
Japanese horror movie
seat.
footage.
Taguchi finally
Feet.
wakes, and the figure disappears
Disappears.
into thin air.
Hmm.
But
Grippers.
there's something even stranger, because the second camera pointed at the hallway loses focus at the exact same time of the incident, and a distorted face seems to appear right in front of the camera.
No. 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 Stop. 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 What do you mean? What was that? What was that? What is this? Listen, I don't know how much the Japanese horror YouTubers are making, but I think we could have shelled out a little better budget to highlight the face than what we landed on. My first drawing after my dementia diagnosis. Topaz, draw a clock right now.
So could this be the same bizarre face that Taguchi claims he has seen at night? The Omagatoki
Yeah, that's
team
pretty
believes
scary.
that Taguchi might be haunted by the spirit of the previous owner. But you can decide for yourself and watch the entire investigation.
The latest
over on the
analog
YouTube
horror
channel,
creature.
Omagatoki Film. Shake, rattle, and oh no.
Oh no.
A music composer named Henning from Oslo, Norway says that for years he has heard strange, unexplained sounds coming from his attic. Over time, the strange activity has just gotten worse. So one day, Henning hears noise from his attic door and grabs his phone to record.
I'm haunted by my own subconscious. Clemens, what thoughts are you tormented by?
Hello?
I think it's that little lion statue is the source of the haunting. I don't know, but I will get the weirdest dreams sometimes. Like what? Scary ones?
Hello?
At least you're not Norwegian and also getting haunted, unless you are, in which case, excuse me.
Hello?
Oblivion. What's the meme? Oblivion POV. Oh, well, it looks like that thing was just banging, maybe? It looks like there was, like, a bar. Oh, okay.
The door latch to Henning's attic shakes and rattles around as if someone is trying to open the door. But when
Not
Henning
that scary, but
snatches
it's
the
like they're
door
designed
open,
just to mess with
there's
me.
no one there. And then the door suddenly slams shut on its own.
Maybe you
Now,
need to
there's
have,
very
like,
little extra
your
info on this
room
clip.
spiritually cleansed.
So, is it a real paranormal
Get some salt in your
encounter,
doorway.
or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
Mika, is your autopsy doll gonna haunt us?
Caught
That depends on if you
camera.
let it haunt you.
TikTok user
That's
Summer,
up to you.
who is a mother of two, lives in a small house in an old town in rural Georgia. Late one night, Summer takes her phone out to record a quick video in her backyard. But she immediately notices something that is absolutely unnerving.
Unnerving.
Y'all,
Oh, this is so
I am
stupid. I
in
saw
my
this
yard.
one too.
Watch my face.
My most recent unpleasant dreams are general
This is
anxiety about
not
deadlines
an
and meetings.
afternoon. This is my yard. The church is behind me.
This is
Watch
what
my
the
face.
poor bitches in America are doing. They're standing out on their lawn and going, look at the light change. Look how
straight through me.
fucked up my
Kid you
face
not.
is.
Look at this. Whoa.
On camera, Summer's
Whoa.
face seems to twist and distort into something unrecognizable as she simply moves around in her own backyard. Summer says that she is deeply worried that
I
the
need this
strange
kind
old
of free
church
time.
across
She was the ghost
street
all along.
might be the cause of the creepy occurrence. She attempts to find information about the history of the old church, but she hits a dead end and is left with no answers. So did Summer catch a bizarre paranormal visual disturbance on camera?
I had a weird
Or
dream just recently
just
and blame it
what
entirely on Mika?
is going on
What?
here?
What do you mean? Local woman discovers automatic shutter speed. That's what I'm saying. Like, these guys just have a comical amount of free time.
Popular YouTuber Franco TV is known for exploring terrifying abandoned locations in the US. But for the first time ever, Franco travels south to the country of Peru to investigate the, quote, most haunted cemetery in South America, the Presbítero Maestro Cemetery. The giant graveyard is well known by locals, who claim that the place attracts witches who perform dark rituals with the bones
Those
of the
witches,
deceased.
me.
As Frank explores, he finds signs of witchcraft everywhere. Tombs
Oh
filled with
my
burnt-out
God.
candles, voodoo dolls, and bizarre notes.
Those voodoo
One
dolls,
of the
also
tombs
made by
belongs
me.
to a world-famous alleged witch, Gregoria Camacho, who died
I should
in
go there, Skelly
1897.
says. Skelly,
Fans from all
no.
over the globe flock
Don't
to
go
her
to
grave
Peru.
to carve their names and leave candles and offerings. And when Franco
gonna
finds
curse
her
me.
crypt, something happens that he simply cannot explain.
Leave a Mika
A witch
autopsy doll
who
at
was
the
buried here.
site.
Now, apparently she
No,
did good and
exactly,
bad, But
no.
mostly dark stuff. So on the top of her tomb, they spray painted Witch of Satan and stuff. But her tomb is actually kind of different from all the others because you could see a skull and bones, which kind of represents something very, very dark. But this is
Very,
actually her
very
tomb right
dark.
here. Her name is Georgia Camacho or Georgia, something like that. I torture names. And you can
She was a
see
pirate.
how other witches would carve their names in here and leave candles and trinkets.
The local
Looks
gossy
like
must
it's
be
just
immaculate. Latino alt goth
And if
girls.
you look out here, you can
And they're
see
hanging
where
out
they
and
put
doing
all the
voodoo. It's
candles.
chill.
It's different from all the others because they put all these candles here and candies. Isn't it?
One of Mika's messages embedded itself among my subconscious and manifested in my dream. What message? What'd I do?
What the hell? did I
Have to
just
laugh.
hear?
MP3.
It sounded like somebody laughing.
Twente laughter.
Thing is, on the
No.
maps, this area is blocked off. So once you walk back here, there's nowhere else you can go.
He's got the brightest flashlight known to man. Good God.
Hello?
What message? What message?
Georgina? There's literally no one here. Oh, okay. Well,
What'd I
got
do?
creeped out.
What'd I do, Palm?
Franco hears what can only be described as a sinister and mocking laugh coming from somewhere in the graveyard.
Well,
And that's not the
in all
only strange
fairness,
event that Franco experiences
how else
that
are
night.
we expecting
As
ghosts
he
to react
searches
to a
through
washed
open
up
and abandoned
paranormal
crypts, He
YouTube?
captures something downright chilling.
I too would be laughing at Franco. I'm sorry.
I don't know if those are the remains. It looks like a sock. There's something tied up. Here, let me zoom in.
Okay, the local goth girls. It gets
Maybe we'll
worse.
zoom in
They're
a lot
laughing
more
at
in
him.
Post-editing, so it looks like it could be. There's
The
something
bundle.
hairy there. Huh? That looks like a dead animal or something.
The candy.
Oh, that is so creepy. All right, I just got the K2 meter.
Not the
¿Alguien
goth
estás aquí adentro?
baddies. En
¿Tú
español.
puedes decirme tu nombre? Oh, look at this. There's X's. You see that? On the side of the wall. Oh, that's interesting.
That's
something
interesting.
Kind of seen in Mississippi. When you see X mark, it's like they have something they want you to do, and they call upon the spirit to doing it.
Well, no, I'm going
Did
back
you
to the
hear it?
pirates again.
Franco doesn't
X
notice,
marks
but
the
a faint
spot. I
female
think we have
voice
some
can be heard
Peruvian
whispering,
pirates.
Hola.
You see that?
Hola.
The giant historic cemetery is also the final resting place for another well-known figure, Ricardo Espiel, a young boy who tragically died when he was only 6 years old. The boy Ricardo was said to be a benevolent and protective spirit. Visitors
He's-
claim that the boy's
he's
ghost grants
kind.
wishes and blessings to true believers.
True
But
believers
when
of what?
Franco inspects the young boy's gravestone, he captures something downright
It looks like a
chilling.
baggie of dog shit people are supposed to
Now,
pick up
I
when
am
walking there.
making my
Yeah.
way
It looks like
towards the
trash.
tomb of a child named Ricardo. Now, apparently Ricardo
He has a statue and
grants blessings
everything.
and wishes to everyone who comes to him.
He set up the B footage, B-reel
help.
footage camera.
He is a very well-known spirit that protects this graveyard. Well, one, protects it, and two, also offers blessings to everyone who
B-roll
shows up
footage
here.
camera.
Wanted to see.
Sus
if I can
amigos.
read
Mika
what this
amigos, if
says.
you will.
A la memoraria de Ricardo M. Espaillat, sus amigos, 8 de Agosto, December 1887.
December.
Ricardo Espaillat.
Oh my god.
Barriano Nuevo,
The shadows.
Barriano
Mika Migo smug. You know what?
What's more interesting
You guys
about
should
this
have this
is
now.
that in the back,
Here's my
you can
emotes.
see all the prayers from everyone and all the blessings.
Here's my emotes.
And what's more interesting is that it even says gracias.
Yeah.
Like pretty much thank you for making these blessings.
It got
come
approved.
true.
It got approved in
Any
time for
blessing you
stream.
want, it'll be blessed by Ricardo.
A pale, translucent arm seems to reach out from the young boy's grave. But again,
It's gonna smack
Franco
the shit
doesn't
out of you.
notice.
As a
It's only
ghost.
after he posts this video to YouTube that the arm is spotted by some very perceptive viewers.
Wow.
So is this indeed the most haunted cemetery in South America? Let me know what you think.
I
You
mean,
can watch Franco's entire 3-part
I don't know if it's the most
investigation
haunted or
over on his
just
YouTube
Franco
channel,
has an aura that
Franco
pisses off
TV.
ghosts and goth women.
The old Clune
Either is
Park
possible.
Estate.
Let's examine these
Over
mysterious
100
writings.
years
The writings
ago,
are
Clune
just
Park,
Spanish.
Scotland was a bustling community of shipyard workers and their families. Shockingly, the estate of 430 apartments, a primary school, and a church is now completely abandoned after the shipyard jobs dried up and the workers all just moved away. Curious visitors are warned to stay away because, quote, dangerous things happen at the Clune Park estate. It is said
Yeah, I
that
mean,
many
they're
people have
decrepit
lost their lives on the
buildings.
property under suspicious circumstances.
They're literally
But
decrepit.
the warnings don't stop ghost hunting teams scared to death zero as they venture out to explore the old abandoned apartments of Clune Park. At first, they don't experience much, just a few strange noises.
You know, it's dinging and beeping and
Dingy. No, it sounds like that's not an unexplained sound. That's a falling something over sound, right? Or Beck's Mika Nova stream.
is that the window
There is somewhere where we live that's really popular for urban explorers, actually. They'll like try and get up on the roof,
there? Yo.
but I don't want to get in trouble with the police or get
As time
mesothelioma.
passes and the day's exploration turns
might be
to
hard.
night, the team experiences something that shocks them.
Maybe I'll look
to
up
their
urban
core.
exploration videos after this
Right, that
video,
one's open.
or like a compilation.
Yo. Do you see movement then? Move the light.
Send in Nugget Mika. Nugget Mika can't handle abandoned properties. What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
Yo.
There's someone in that window.
Yeah.
It says the same energy as some of the flat earth videos I used to watch. At the very least, I don't think Nuke of Nuke's top 5 really is personally invested in whether or not these are true or not. That's why it's up for us to decide. Hi, Moxon.
Hello?
You just have shit everywhere.
Check this. I can hear somebody.
And they're Scottish.
Someone or something can be seen at the window.
Scary.
The guys head inside and up the stairs, but there's no one there. Just a few creepy noises. Whoever was at the window seems to have just disappeared. The ghost hunting team believes that they captured something paranormal. But
La
let
Creatura.
me know what you think.
La Creatura was in that house.
Yo.
No, they are underreacting, having seen
The
that.
monster in the closet. TikTok user
No.
Jennifer Lynn, her husband, and 3 children moved into a new home back in mid-March. Since then, Jennifer has been busy painting and renovating the house while she is home alone watching over her 3-year-old son, Caleb. But lately, Caleb has started
Someone teach that kid how to
insisting
hold
that
the
what he
pencil.
refers to as a, quote, monster lives in one of their upstairs closets.
Where's the monster?
Why does this shirt say "Sup, girl"?
Now, Caleb sometimes refers to this, quote, monster as his friend, or as her, and occasionally
It's the
as
"Sup, girl" on the
him.
t-shirt.
But this is where things
With,
start to get really
alternating
strange.
pronouns.
Because one day, Caleb claims that his, quote, friend is in the tunnel.
Is your friend still here? Is your friend still here?
Why you in the tunnel?
In the tunnel. What's she doing in the
Jennifer,
tunnel?
you need to get your kid to speech therapy.
I said in the chair.
You said your friend's in
Maybe
the
your
tunnel?
child's just like very tall for his age.
What
I can't
color is
tell
your friend?
which. What is developmentally appropriate here?
She's blue.
Yeah, he's blue.
It's fucking Sapphire!
It's blue.
Now, Mom Jennifer just dismisses it as a child's imagination.
Oh my god.
Because obviously they don't have a tunnel in their home. But the more Jennifer ponders what little Caleb said, she remembers this.
His little voice is cute. Okay, Colts girl. Jennifer kinda hot. Hey.
It's a small
That's a married
closet
woman.
or a storage space,
I think.
or a crawl space or something. But certainly something that a child
We're
could
not
interpret
homewreckers
as
here,
a, quote,
Clemens. Not
tunnel.
unless there's
But there's even more creepy
justified
stuff
cause.
going on. Because one night, as Caleb keeps insisting that there is a monster in the closet upstairs, this happens.
maybe she is a single mom.
Let's go find the monster.
Is it in there? Is the monster in there?
Nope.
Where's the monster?
She's like genuinely tweaking.
What? What?
This one.
It's in Caden's room.
Yeah. Well, go take it. Go take the monster.
This kid does not
Go
give
check
a
the
fuck.
Monster?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
And his mom is like actually tweaking.
What does the monster look like?
It's blue. Go.
Sapphire.
Go take him.
Oh God, no.
She's freaking the fuck out.
I find her.
What?
I find her.
It's Sapphire.
I find the monster.
Now, obviously, it's spooky enough for your child to be playing hide and seek with his invisible monster friend.
Okay.
But when Jennifer uploads the video to TikTok, her loyal viewers hear something in the video that Jennifer didn't even notice.
The kid, her mother, the mother.
Oh God, no.
I thought that was the kid.
Jennifer and little Caleb are all alone in the house.
Like, it matches
but
his
what
movements.
sounds like
I
a
figured it
male
was
voice can be heard.
him going,
To
whoa.
me, it sounds like it could be saying, "This is my place."
Oh, I'm not
or,
hearing that.
"This is my house." But every
What-
viewer
what-
who
what
watches
are we
the video seems
elevating
to
to hear
something
that?
different. So let me know what you hear.
That could be literally anything.
You can watch Jennifer Lynn and her son Caleb's
I'm
continuing
baffled by
story
this
over on
last
her
one,
TikTok
huh?
page at VixieMCMXCII. Thanks so much.
Did she
for
have a
watching.
video
My
that said
posting
"Dear
schedule is
Vegans"?
II.
Damn vegans. It just sounds like that's what I'm saying, especially if you're renovating a home. I feel like there's a million things you could have like just adjusted, and it could have been literally anything, you know. Scary Urbex compilation. Disturbing. This one's scary. Oh. That dog is me after watching that video. It wasn't even that scary. Oh. Homeless people living in abandoned buildings. So truly terrifying. Chris is pissing off everyone in the comments, though. What's this guy?
On September 10th, 2019, travel YouTuber Bold and
Yeah.
Bankrupt uploaded what seemed like a typical vlog,
I was like,
exploring
Bold?
a forgotten town in Kyrgyzstan. What starts as a quiet walk through the empty streets soon takes an unsettling turn.
A Soviet goblin. Again, it might be Sapphire. He's just chilling.
You scared me. No, I think I might get out of here. Okay, have a nice one.
I think he's using the
It wasn't a
bathroom.
dangerous encounter, but it left behind a lingering unease. Because when exploring abandoned
That's just a
places, you
dude.
never really know who or what.
Unfortunately, with all the urban exploration ones, they like
Case, that uncertainty.
that poor guy is like has nowhere to take a dump. It's the fucking thumbnail for this video. Unfortunately, for all the urbex ones, it's like it's just people. It's just homeless people, and like at worst, they're like cracked the fuck out. You know.
In June
Urbex
2025,
Hill.
urban explorer Urbex Hill.
I only
named
post
Chris,
bangers.
posted a video documenting his exploration of Cleveland's Rockefeller Building. Once a thriving office tower, the building had fallen into limbo after years of failed redevelopment efforts. By 2022, it was fully abandoned and quickly became a hotspot.
What
for
did Moxon
break-ins,
mean by the
vandalism,
gorilla
and
Mika with
worse.
tentacles?
At first, Chris thought it would be just another routine exploration, but things quickly took a darker turn.
Don't post it again.
Wow, those are all bullet holes. Are people really in here shooting? It's a 9mm. That's crazy.
Bullet
People
casing?
literally shooting.
So what are we shooting?
The bullet casing he just found is only the beginning, and as he continues further into the building, the signs of what's coming next begin to pile up.
Bro,
Monka.
more bullet casings. Look at that. Somebody's been up here recently.
No
Smells like
shit.
cigarettes in here.
This looks like someone, like a hideout.
Somebody was like using needles up here too, it looks like.
Oh my god, and grape for their peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
That noise.
Aldrich Mika
Sounds like an alarm.
horrors.
Somebody's here. Listen to that.
As Chris moves deeper inside, he hears voices echoing through the halls. Assuming they're fellow urban explorers, he decides to approach. But
Why
what
would
he
you
expects to be
assume
a harmless
that?
encounter quickly takes a sinister turn. The audio cuts out during the exchange, but the situation is clear. These aren't explorers, they're scrappers, and they don't want any company. One even threatens to shoot Chris if he doesn't leave. He immediately retreats, descending several floors to escape the confrontation.
I wonder, I didn't see anyone there. I wonder if he's LARPing the exchange.
For a brief moment, things seem calm again, but just as Chris starts
The
to feel
literal
safe,
crack
he
pipe on the
hears voices
table.
behind him, getting closer and closer.
They're gonna rob him. This is the Chris that was pissing everyone off in the comments. No wonder they're like, the real horror man. It's true. He's
Chris
just
doesn't
standing
realize it
there.
yet, but what started as a casual exploration is about to become a fight for survival.
I like don't hear anything. Oh nope, there he does. I'm gonna get banned. We listen to it in silence just in case anything crazy happens. I was fearing because they were shooting. Oh my god. He spots an exit.
from the only chilling encounter Chris had experienced while exploring.
Chris is
abandoned
kind of a
buildings.
mess.
Back in June.
What were they saying in the comments? Chris would die first in every single horror movie. Why the fuck is Chris trying to talk to the guy that's sitting in a corner in an abandoned building? Oh, okay, we haven't even hit this yet. Man sees bullets and needles and decides he wants a meet and greet. Nun Mika, how has Palm afforded 2 art.exes? That's crazy. I can do Nun Mika though. The question is it, what kind of nun? Apparently, allegedly, there's different types of nuns, Palm. Is it the rare mafia shootout anomaly? I'm a loyal dog. It's true. You'll have to elaborate on what kind of nun you're expecting to see there.
The Westinghouse
I won't interpret it myself.
In the 1970s, it spent decades falling apart until what's left.
I could afford 2 before the ASMR.
And on that day, what Chris found inside would leave viewers
Modular skeleton. If you want a free one, just let me know.
Let's do this.
after the ASMR incident. San Antonio Spurs nun Mika. Are the Spurs a basketball team? Let me write this down.
Immediately upon stepping inside, Chris senses something is off. Graffiti
That
covers
is
the
incredibly
walls,
specific.
trash lies scattered across the floors, and there's even a dirty
Yeah, like
mattress,
they're sexy
proof that
nuns.
Someone has been living here.
Oh my god,
The factory
that's
is
just
like
a bed.
maze. With every turn, Chris feels less certain he's alone, and soon he stumbles directly into something deeply unsettling.
Well, apparently we know it's a guy in a corner. Well, let me talk to the homeless for my YouTube content.
This place is so wet.
Why is he sitting like that?
Yo. You need some help, bro? Yo.
I'm scared. Oh, fuck that. This dude should not be alive at this point. That's what I'm saying. What is his thought
cautiously offers to
process?
help the man, but something about the encounter deeply unsettles him, prompting him to quickly back away. Yet, after just a few tense minutes, Chris decides to return.
Palm is the
determined to
one that
find
wants
out
a
more.
nun.
But when he arrives back at the spot, something is very wrong.
Why did he go back?
Yo.
The Fenton gargoyle.
Yo. Hey, I got some money for you.
Why is he talking like this?
He's not there, and he's not responding.
The man is gone, but Chris had only stepped away for a few minutes.
Should I blast
which means he
20k on
must still
Tentacle
be close
Mika?
by.
That's a good question.
Right there. Here we go, yo.
That's a good question.
He's gotta be in there.
He's gotta be. Why are we chasing him down, Chris? I'm racking my brain which nun to go with.
Yo. Anybody in here?
You have. Why is he talking like this? He dipped.
Chris keeps moving cautiously through the building,
He
unaware
dipped.
he's about to come within feet of the man he's been looking for.
Let's confront the hobo I just scared off from his sleeping spot. Yeah. This guy has no sense of self-preservation.
If you look carefully at the left side of the frame, you'll spot the man Chris was searching for in the darkness, standing silently, watching Chris closely. But Chris doesn't notice him, and as he continues
I don't see him in that
he soon
shot.
encounters someone else, but Chris doesn't notice.
Are they like saying it's this here? Cause I don't see it. Don't hold back, Palm. I believe in you. Bro grew up in a nice suburb. I don't see it. Like, this doesn't look like anything.
Him, and as he continues
Wait, let me go back again.
carefully at the left side of
I need Nuke's red circles and inverted and contrast.
the frame, you'll spot
Like, I think I can see some oh, you know what? I can see it right here. Here's his legs. He is just standing right here. I see it. Crank the brightness in OBS. You know what? Will that work? Filters. Effect filter. Render to still no. Chroma key, color correction. Color correction? Oh, wait, here it goes. Okay, no, we want contrast. Yeah, wait, yeah, that worked. That worked. You can see him. You can see him, right? Oh, yeah, there he is. There he is.
the man Chris was searching for in the darkness.
Oh my god! Ew, that's so scary when you can actually see him. Ew, ew. Oh no.
Standing silently, watching Chris.
He's
closely.
literally fucking standing there,
Chris
shirtless,
doesn't notice him, and as he
menacingly.
continues exploring.
Oh my god. Okay, let me get rid of that effect. She saw it. She really saw it. Yeah, I'm scared.
He soon encounters someone else.
Not someone else.
Oh shit. Oh look.
Well, now we're like on the street. Of course there's people loitering around.
There's a bunch of homeless people down here.
Damn. No shit. Me when I go to the homeless encampment. Oh, fuck. There's a ton of homeless people here.
Walls, and through it, Chris can see someone pacing back and forth. It's
Why
like
do
we
they
were
all
saying
not
that
have shirts
others used
on?
to come and go unnoticed.
He's not
Feeling
even
unsettled,
pieing his course
Chris
correctly.
decides
That's what I'm
it's time
saying.
to
He has no
leave. He
sense of
starts making his way
self-preservation.
back, and not long after exits
Check
the
your
factory,
angles, buddy.
with the video ending there. But 3 years later,
Oh.
curiosity draws Chris back to the factory
Not
once
again.
unaware he's about to have an even more chilling encounter.
It's probably hot as fuck. Yeah, I guess so. Especially, like, I think this is out of Ohio.
This is where I saw that dude at.
I think it gets really humid there.
This is where that homeless dude was standing.
But look, we have a lovingly drawn muscle man. That's someone's VTuber design on that wall. Did we ever think that this guy is in love with the homeless dude? Well, he saw him shirtless, so it's possible.
Right there.
We have anti-pentagram
With
graffiti on the
inmates of
right.
returning, he finds himself standing exactly where the mysterious man had once stood, silently watching him. Later, Chris enters a narrow corridor, completely unaware that something disturbing is about
This
to
could be a
happen.
love story, though.
There's gotta be somebody in here.
Mysterious man. Well, he did have an air of mystery. He was non-confrontational. I think people being non-confrontational in these situations does make them a little mysterious. Because at the very least, someone, you know, saying like, hey, fuck off, dude, would be like kind of expected. But like, treating it like a stealth mission against a YouTuber is kind of scary.
Chris doesn't notice, but just
Not
ahead of
necessarily
him,
for the
a man
YouTuber, but for the
quietly
guy.
walks past, disappearing into the darkness.
What?
It's deeply unsettling.
I
because
again, wait, I can't see shit in this video. I gotta crank it again. I gotta crank it again. Hmm. Barely edited slop. Fuck this 21K.
Chris doesn't notice, but just ahead of him, a man quietly walks past.
Oh yeah, but you seriously have to crank the brightness to be able to see anything. You can see it's kind of hidden under the captions, but you can see the guy right there.
Into the darkness.
Yep, there he goes. They're just lingering. Let me leave this filter on so I don't have to recreate it. 0. There we go. We should start a Topeka horror channel ran by Palm. Palm has shown me enough horrors. I'm already avoiding continuing Vita Carnus.
It's deeply unsettling because in
I'm not
buildings
deeply
like these,
unsettled.
with endless corners and maze-like corridors cloaked in shadow, there's no way of knowing who's silently watching you from just a few feet away. And as we've seen from Chris's explorations, sometimes they're closer than you'd ever imagine. Just
Mika.
like what happens in this next case. Closer than you'd ever imagine. Just like what happens in this next
The Muscle
case.
Man was there 3 years ago again.
On May 26th, 2024, the YouTube channel Vacant Haven posted footage exploring a remote cabin
This
that
looks like a
belonged to an
Zilla
elderly
home.
man left abandoned after his passing.
My
It
horrors
was
are too
supposed to be
horrible
just
for
another
her.
quiet exploration, but from the moment they arrived, something felt off.
Yeah, no shit. Why are we surprised by this? IRL Zilla stream. That is kind of what this is.
Outside, rusting vehicles, including a forgotten classic car, sit scattered across the yard, slowly
It's a
reclaimed
hoarder's
by
home.
nature. But as they approach the house,
This isn't
subtle
anything
signs
crazy.
hint they're not alone.
Subtle signs. The punching bag that's obviously hasn't been there that long. He went, there's someone in there.
How do you know? This is like a horror film, mate.
Oh my god, but they're going back up there? They spotted the guy and they're going back up? He had to jog away. They set their chunkiest monkey in first and it was not there.
Inside the house, the electricity is still on,
Not their best,
making it clear someone has been there recently.
runner.
And the deeper they venture, the more unsettling the evidence becomes.
Squatters.
Oh, yeah.
Community workout spot. They're really ruining the vibes of the punching bag hotspot.
Wow, this is old.
This is old.
This is weird. Because look, even the walls you can see over the top. State. Oh my god.
The state of this.
Oh, you're back out here, aren't you? Yeah, well, this was where the blood was, look. That was paint where I painted the doors. So someone might have been staying there. Security or something.
Fresh suitcases sit openly in the rooms. Someone isn't just visiting, someone is actively living
Where?
there. And just moments later, their fears are confirmed when a strange car suddenly pulls up outside.
A car. I thought someone was in here. Oh, no, they're bailing.
Don't let him see you, don't let him see you.
Don't let them see ya. It's obviously a house overrun by, like, British men is what it is. I don't know if, like, Roma peoples, if they, have, like, a reputation
Door open.
in Europe for, like, squatting.
Door open, quick.
Is that a thing?
They immediately rush back to their vehicle, filming
No
the
one
man who
unlocked the
arrived as he
door?
watches from
Yeah, that
afar
might explain
while
it
they
then.
drive away. To this day, no one
No, it's
knows
another
who the
white
man
guy.
was, or what might have happened if they'd stayed even a minute
Romani,
longer.
Romani? Yeah.
In July 2023, YouTuber Little Shameless Viking posted a video documenting his exploration of an abandoned hotel in Rio de Janeiro with his friend.
Vizier
What
HQ.
begins as an intriguing adventure quickly spirals into a dangerous and potentially life-threatening encounter.
Right, we are starting to get
Well,
more
apparently it's the white guy and the punching bag. That's like the reason they're discriminated against. They're wanderers and seen as invaders. Yeah, no, I think the white guy with the backpack who set up the punching bag is the culprit in this case. Once again, we cannot be prejudicial. Wait, Rio? Oh, are we in Rio now? Yeah, it's Rio de Janeiro.
His exploration of an abandoned hotel in Rio de Janeiro with his friend. What begins as an intriguing adventure quickly spirals into a dangerous and potentially life-threatening encounter.
Right, we are starting to get more near to the abandoned hotel. We've been walking 2 last kilometers.
I will judge this encounter.
So I'm starting to be a bit exhausted. Now no entering. Not sure if this was written by the owner or written by
This guy's grasp of Portuguese.
who have taken this.
Nothing's getting
base.
past him.
No idea. I think we can go around.
At first, the hotel seems impossible to enter, completely sealed off by fences and coils of barbed wire. Determined, they eventually find a secure
Why are they this
wall they can climb
determined?
over. Little do they know what awaits them on the other side of this wall.
Yeah,
could
what the
turn deadly.
fuck?
And here we are.
We did it.
Great. It will be interesting how we get back down. Oh,
Oh,
there's a guard. I saw someone walking there.
So we have to go this way.
why are we sneaking around guards? This should be safe. Well, Skelly says so.
He didn't see us.
I have to believe him.
He saw us, right?
I'm not sure if he saw us. But yeah, now he's there. Now he's there and I think he's looking this way. Alright. What do we do?
There's another car right there.
Hola.
Ah, no es posible. Póntala, regresa.
No possible. Could you ask if it's possible to pay?
Can we pay?
Take it.
Moments after entering, they're confronted by several men. It's immediately
The
clear they're
guys.
not welcome, and if they don't leave quickly, things could escalate violently.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, they definitely were not guards. Let's get the hell out of here. They
Why are we
definitely
surprised?
were not
What's
guards.
going
Or
on?
like illegal squatters. Because they had some hoods on.
His interpreter
and the
also
other guy
doesn't
even
speak Portuguese.
gun.
Yeah,
Based on
why
the
did he
men's
ask in
behavior,
English?
Shameless Viking and his friend realize these aren't security guards. Instead, they suspect they've stumbled upon gang members using the hotel as a hideout.
What did they say?
Go back, motherfucker. Go back. Can we pay at least? Go back, motherfucker. And the
Oh
dog
my
was-
god.
Yeah, the guy had a gun.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't saw that.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
guy who started yelling
god.
At in the end.
And they were cover face.
Yeah, they definitely were not guards. They were just some illegal squatters or something. They tried to ask about if they
I
can
can't
pay
wait till
to get
Skelly
in,
does
but
this on
he
his stream.
freaking pulls the
Attempting to
gun
break
out.
into an
At
abandoned
that point,
hotel already
there's no
occupied.
negotiation.
They quickly retreat.
Edging a
leaving
Darwin
viewers to
award.
wonder
Yeah,
just how close
very
they'd come to a truly dangerous encounter,
bizarre
and what
that
might have
no one
happened if
was
they'd
aware
stayed even a moment longer.
prior to going
In
there that
December
it was already
2016,
occupied.
The YouTube channel, The Proper People Extras, uploaded a video exploring an abandoned insane asylum in the middle of the night. When they first arrive, the building is completely overgrown, covered in
Monka.
graffiti and visibly decaying. But things only get worse once they step inside.
In we go.
How could it get worse than this?
Into hell.
Let alone in Rio. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping my tier 3 subscription to
The
Skelly would pay
interior
off.
is even more unsettling. Broken walls, graffiti-covered hallways, and trash scattered everywhere. As they cautiously move deeper, they notice
Yeah,
something
it's
chilling up
aesthetic.
ahead.
Whoa, look at this.
It's her. Run.
Look at this staircase out here.
Oh, I've seen this.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's someone out
There's
there.
somebody there. No way.
Hmm.
There's somebody out there.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's go to the car.
Yeah, let's go to the car.
In the distance, there's a faint light. It might just be other
Let's try to find the
explorers,
place they
but when
tried walking
call
in
out,
on,
the
yeah.
person holding the light doesn't respond.
Wonder if anyone
just
else has, like,
quietly
made
turns
mention
it
of
off,
the
as if
fact
not
it's
wanting to be seen.
occupied.
Unnerved and not wanting to take any risks, they decide to return to their car. But just as they're leaving, the mysterious light appears again, closer this time.
Yeah, I don't like the feeling of this. Yeah.
Just get out of here.
Probably.
Probably.
Where? You saw a light?
Again, I guess you need to lack some sense of self-preservation in order to do this kind of content in general. But
Yeah, the fact that they're not answering back. Let's get
at the
out of
very
here.
least, they're dipping
Not
the
sticking
instant this
around to find out
happens.
who or what is approaching. They quickly get into the car and drive away. To this day, no one knows who was holding that light or why they didn't want to be seen.
Mysterious. Mysterious. I think videos of people getting attacked will definitely get us in trouble. Alas. As interested as I am. Alkaline batteries? How it's actually made. And then Briscoe Park Tape 24. This looks like Urbex's content as well. Watch that. It's only 5 minutes. Let's find out how alkaline batteries are made, everyone. The batteries. How do you think Topaz is powered?
A battery produces an electric current
Pure
when its
energy.
positive end, called the cathode, and its negative end, called the anode, connect via conductive pathway in the battery-operated device. This pathway conducts electricity when three components, two electrodes,
I
and
really
an
like these
electrolyte
glamour shots we're
interact.
getting.
These
Pure
alkaline
energy.
batteries are the rechargeable type, meaning they can store an infinite amount of energy. The factory starts by creating a model of the life cycle of a flashlight, showing its growth from birth to old age. This helps to inspire factory workers to remember why they do what they do.
What?
Batteries are made out of
Wait.
graphite, which can...
Sorry, I don't know if I'm just misunderstanding. What do we mean the life cycle of a flashlight?
showing its
Are
growth
they-
from birth to old age.
Yeah, wait, huh? Is this a
This
bit?
helps to inspire factory workers to remember why they
What?
do what they do. Batteries are made out of graphite,
What?
which conducts electricity. Silver catalyst, which helps the graphite with its homework. Manganese dioxide, which is wanted for sex crimes.
What?
Barium sulfate, which is lactose intolerant. Zinc, which was assaulted by the manganese dioxide. Anthrax, which helps keep the particle charges active. And finally, the tears of the last unicorn.
I see.
This
is
25
Hugbees.
head
I don't
press
know this
shapes the
guy.
cathodes powered chemicals into hollowed pellets. What it doesn't do is give me a reason to live. Next, a machine called a big, rolly, curvy, wavy machine inserts 3 pellets into the round, tubey metal.
You know what we should watch? We should watch the chemical investigators. That's what this reminds
Here
me
it is
of.
in slow motion, which probably doesn't matter.
I really like
since
those videos.
90%
I've
of
seen
you
them
aren't
all, but I
following
like
what's
them.
going on anyway.
I've been able to get her to watch one of these without spoiling the bit.
The consoles are passed
You've never
into
mentioned
a
it. I had
large
no
machine
idea.
that carves grooves on the top to help seal it, and so customers can store snacks in there just in case they get hungry.
Yummy.
The next machine adds the chemical batter to the console, which is where the batter in the word batteries comes from.
Look at him spin,
Next, they cut a strip of receipt paper. This paper, placed inside the battery's casing, will have the specifications and return info for the batteries. This is convenient for the customer, who just needs to break open any of their batteries and retrieve the receipt should they want a refund. Now, the Re, which is concentrated power, is injected into the tube. This is where the Re in the word batteries comes from.
I tried a few
The
times like
consoles are
3 years
taken
ago,
to
but
a
you kept
queue,
saying no
where
despite
they
them
get to
only being 5
experience
minutes.
the joys of waiting in line, but at a
Who
fast
knows?
pace, representing the speed difference between man and machine. The next machine injects the S. This is where the S in batteries comes from.
All the phonetics are coming
Nozzles
together.
then inject a bit of cement into the batteries to help weigh them down so they don't float away. Don't believe me? Check it out. Footage of liquid cement. There. Now don't you feel stupid? Well, you should feel stupid because it's actually liquid zinc gel. I tricked you twice.
The topaz keeps the score. Aw. They have a memory like a
welding
metal
machine
trap.
infuses nails onto the caps of the batteries.
I will never forget a single wrong I've committed against
This is where the in the word batteries comes from. A machine tries desperately to attach the caps to the consoles, but many of them are suicidal, realizing their inevitable fate. So it's a difficult process. They are resistant to heat or pressure, but power surges can potentially disrupt the battery's contents. A hole is built into the battery so customers can suck out the contents and swallow them, so their stomach acid can dissolve them before they become radioactive. The batteries are passed under a crimping machine, which locks the caps into place. In an unrelated but interesting visual, here is an uncircumcised and a circumcised battery. An electrical testing machine connects each battery. Real batteries will provide a charge of 1.5 volts, while fake batteries will never stop shouting, "Stop, stop, you're crushing my hand. I'm a human, not a battery, let me out." Yeah, whatever you say, fake batteries.
Pure energy.
And finally, the labels are applied, because it'd be really weird if the metal already came perfectly pre-labeled.
Wow. I really almost went past, these are fetus novas. I almost went past this line about the life cycle of a flashlight before I was like, wait, what the fuck does that mean? I was like, wait, that makes no sense. That was good. Horrors on the Hispanic internet. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm on like cursed YouTube recommendations because of our watch history. Wait, I wanna find the US Chemical Safety Board. Yeah, they had this one. Deadly dust. Explosions at Didion Milling. These are so cool. My life has been changed by this and not for the better. Well, hopefully you'll include us in your memoir, Koromaru.
May 31st, 2017. The Didion Milling Dry Corn Mill in Cambria, Wisconsin. After an initial combustible dust explosion occurred within milling equipment, fires propagated inside of the process piping to other areas of the facility.
You can tell by the red aura that overcame the building.
Spread throughout the mill buildings, causing significant damage that ultimately destroyed the facility. 5 people died and 14 were injured.
Which is like everyone in the building, if I remember.
Well known, and combustible dust explosions and fires can be deadly and incredibly destructive. The terrible tragedy at Didion was made even worse due to poor hazard recognition, inadequate fugitive dust management, and a lack of dust hazard analyses. Our investigation also determined that Didion had a poor safety culture and ineffective leadership on safety issues.
I think I watched this one when it came out.
Catastrophic incident that could have been prevented.
Yeah, this one's a good one just because of how much of a shit show it is.
Didion Milling
It's yeah, I think this is like one of the worst.
With several facilities based in Wisconsin. At Didion's Dry Corn Mill.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
That's what we really were like stuck on. We're like, damn, they hate these motherfuckers.
And a variety of corn-based products. The process of grinding corn kernels produces corn-based products and dust. Both the product and
corn-based dust.
Can be combustible. They can present flash fire or explosion hazards.
They're physics
when
test.
dispersed in sufficient concentrations and ignited in air. Also, when product or dust accumulates in process equipment, it may, under certain circumstances, begin to smolder, leading to what is called a smoldering nest. Smoldering nests can rapidly transition to a flash fire or explosion.
That's so scary.
Material is disturbed. Therefore, finely ground corn products and dust present serious hazards that must be understood and carefully managed.
The corn
On May
dust.
31st, 2017,
They got
shortly
clothing
after
physics for
10:30
the
p.m.,
NPC.
multiple employees at the Gideon Mill facility noticed an unusual smell or saw smoke. Several employees searched the facility, trying to pinpoint the source of the smoke. They determined that it was likely coming from the first floor of one of the mill's buildings, known as B Mill, but could not pinpoint the precise location. The CSB determined that the smoke was likely coming from a smoldering nest located inside the corn grinding process.
This dude's
on the
NPC
first
walk.
floor of B Mill
They're all
had been
identical
searching for
too.
the source of the smoke for about 20 minutes when they heard a huge boom. An explosion had occurred within the process equipment. Immediately thereafter, flames erupted from piping connected to
That's
one
so
of the two
scary.
gap mills on the first floor. At the same time, the employees saw dust misting down from overhead piping. Recognizing that the overhead dust cloud was likely to ignite, both employees raced to escape. One of the employees made an evacuation announcement on one radio channel, but did not have time to make the announcement on all radio channels. Before he could alert others to the danger, a larger secondary explosion occurred on the first floor. The destruction at Didion was now set on two tracks. Inside of the process, a pressure wave from the initial explosion dispersed accumulated.
They're really showing off their
and
physics
dust.
sim here.
This provided fuel for a flame front that propagated inside piping and equipment. Within
Isn't that scary?
the first floor,
Obviously, I'm not working around heavy machinery, but like dust?
ultimately propagated to a large dust collector called the dry grit filter, which was located outside of the building.
Corn dust?
Once the fire reached the dry grit filter, the equipment overpressurized and released a fireball, which engulfed one of the evacuating employees. From the dry grit filter, the flame front was able to propagate inside the process through piping and equipment into the mill's other buildings. Outside of the process, the fire from the initial explosion combined with combustible dust from disconnected process lines and fugitive dust dislodged from overhead surfaces, and began a series of secondary explosions throughout the facility. The explosions caused multiple buildings to collapse and ultimately destroyed the facility.
The whole place is
19
kaput.
employees were working at the dry corn mill at the time of the incident. All of those employees were injured.
Yeah, all of them got fucked up.
The U.S. Chemical Safety Board
Scully said, I found the place in Rio those dudes were at. It's a pretty famous Urbex spot, but also very much used for drug trafficking and stuff. They picked a bad day to go there, I guess. Literally RNG, what they, whether or not they're going to, what the fuck did I walk into? We're watching U.S. Chemical Safety Board. Scully, are you aware of the dangers of, spontaneous combustion of dust particulates? If not, you're about to be, you're about to be informed. Canman says, there seems to be so many disasters connected around corn. You got those corn silos that you can't escape from, and now these exploding factories. I think there's, I think there's an argument to be made that perhaps, too much time and effort is put into corn. But, I don't know, corn on the cob is pretty yummy.
launched an
I
investigation.
guess most corn is for animal feed anyway.
And found 13 safety issues. Among these were process hazard recognition, dust hazard analyses, fugitive dust management.
I like the term
process
fugitive dust
safety
management
leadership,
too.
and regulatory coverage of combustible dust.
One safety issue.
Like, look
is
at this
process
place.
hazard
The whole factory is fucked. Like, the entire center of it just exploded, and all of the rest of this is just done for. 4 people dying because of this is crazy. Crazy. On top of, like, who knows, like, how bad the other injuries were. I think let me Google this, actually. Should be good. Didion Milling. Like, they're still in business. This somehow didn't take them out. They have a LinkedIn. They paid only I feel like 1.8 million in penalties. If that's like the settlement with the workers, or is that just penalties to the US? Because even 1.8 million feels really low. But I guess this was in 2017 or 2023. I don't know. Yeah, this was in 20. It took 6 years for them to hit a $1.8 million penalty. I feel like that's really low. Milling annual revenue. 90 million revenue, between 90 and 250 million revenue. That's like what, 1-2% of their annual revenue? I mean, who knows about their margins, but that seems like really low.
Found that many of Didion's
Like
clearly products were of a
clearly you're not equipped to handle
to
this.
themselves be combustible dusts. In fact, every material that the CSB tested, including final products, as well as other materials found in...
Okay, Mika, I've assembled the assets. I have 2 orthodox, 2 unorthodox, and 2 other to choose from. If you send them to me, I will consider them for my execution of your request. I'll pick one of the 6. As a final side note, they call that place in Rio the Skeleton Hotel. Why did they want to go there? Yeah, and it was I mean, they all get slaps on the wrist.
As combustible dust. Despite previous
It's a little...
from external inspections,
it's pathetic.
The CSB found no evidence that Didion understood or recognized the hazards of combustible dust.
And they don't care about combustible dust.
The company did not recognize that many of its products and process streams presented combustible dust hazards. For example, in addition to other design flaws found in the mill, the company did not recognize that connecting numerous pieces of equipment through the same dust collection
this looks insane.
to a flame propagating throughout the facility.
Had Didion limited the process equipment interconnections at the mill facility, the initial dust explosion could not have propagated throughout the process equipment so easily. Instead, a flame front reached the dry grit filter and then propagated to other previously uninvolved parts of Didion's processes. This allowed damage to spread to processes and buildings that otherwise likely would not have been involved in the incident.
The second safety issue found by the CSB concerns dust hazard analysis. Dust hazard analyses,
not to mention like just general workplace hazards. I can't imagine anyone had like any sort of respiration filter on when breathing in all this dust.
National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA. DHAs are used to identify engineering controls needed to maintain safe operations during normal and upset conditions. While the NFPA guidance was published in 2015,
and look, it took out the 2 mail dot PNGs
any analyses of the grain
in the mill
for potential fire and explosion hazards. And the CSB found that the NFPA guidance did not cover all equipment that could have...
This is what they're making Unreal Engine 6 for, by the way. The Chemical Safety Board videos to be upgraded.
The company could have still potentially missed the fire and explosion hazards in the equipment where the smoldering nest and first explosion likely occurred. Therefore, the CSB believes the NFPA
it's Unreal 6, right? Or am I getting mixed up with the other engine?
The CSB made a recommendation to the National Fire Protection Association to update its guidance
to unify
the requirements for performing analyses, to remove equipment exemptions, and require the assessment of all processes. In response, the NFPA has published a new comprehensive combustible dust standard, NFPA 660, that addresses this recommendation. A third safety
Get your
issue
dust under
identified
control,
by the
guys.
CSB is fugitive dust management. Fugitive dust presents a serious safety hazard because it can accumulate within facilities and provide fuel for secondary explosions that an initial fire or explosion can shake loose and ignite. At Didion, the large secondary explosions that occurred outside of the process and accounted for significant building damage and employee injuries were at least partly fueled by fugitive dust. This is why housekeeping or cleaning practices meant to manage
Housekeeping
fugitive
or
dust
cleaning
are
practices.
critical to minimize the fuel available for secondary explosions. To be effective, housekeeping must be done consistently and leave no unmonitored areas.
Literally
for dust
clean your
accumulation.
shit.
But the CSB found that at Didion, the control of fugitive dust fell under the site's master sanitation program.
Oh
The
my
sanitation program,
god.
however, was based on food safety standards.
This is these two photographs are just a shit show. Like, how are we looking at this and going like, okay guys, let's leave this here. Everything's coated in dust. No wonder the place exploded. It's all dust. The walls are dust. The equipment is dust.
However, was based on food
It's all
safety standards
dust.
intended to reduce hazards like pathogens and contaminants. It was not based on workplace standards meant to minimize process hazards like those presented by combustible dust. As a result, Didion's master sanitation program did not require maintenance of areas at the facility that could present combustible dust hazards, but not food safety hazards, such as the dust collectors or their associated ductwork. Additionally, cleaning or periodic inspections in hidden overhead or limited access areas that could harbor combustible dust accumulations never occurred.
Companies should ensure that the standards they are using are applicable and appropriate to the hazards inside the facility. Food safety standards are appropriate for preventing food hazards, such as pathogens and contaminants, from reaching consumers, but they are not intended to address workplace or process hazards, such as combustible dust.
Yeah,
Appropriate tools, such as dust hazard analyses, should be used to address process hazards like combustible dust.
Combustible
A fourth safety
dust.
issue at Didion is a lack of process safety leadership. In its investigation, the CSB found that Didion exhibited weak process safety leadership. The CSB found that in the 5 years leading up to the incident, there were multiple smoldering fires and process upsets. Didion treated these conditions as normal, which caused employees to not recognize the significance
Oh
of the
my
smoldering fire on the
god.
day of the incident and the potential for it to transition to a catastrophic dust explosion.
Because of inadequate process safety leadership, Didion had a poor safety culture and weak safety programs. Although the facility clearly exhibited industry-recognized combustible dust hazards, Didion's leadership did not respond adequately, allowing an explosion that caused injuries and fatalities.
Because
As a
why
result,
would
the
they
CSB
if it
recommended
like
that
affected their
Didion
bottom
develop and
line?
implement a process safety leadership and culture program and develop a comprehensive
They have no
combustible dust process
there's such
safety
a
management
poor
system.
sense of
Finally, a fifth safety issue that contributed to the incident at Didion is
taking the
regulatory
time to
coverage
do
of
that.
combustible dust. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA,
They're really
outlines
proud of this
regulations for
physics
combustible dust hazard
demonstration.
management for the grain industry in its grain handling facility standard. Didion was covered by OSHA's grain handling facility standard. However, this standard does not incorporate safety management systems, such as incident investigations, management of change, and dust hazard analysis. And there are many other industries, such as food, agriculture, and polymers, that present the hazard of combustible dust, but are not subject to a comprehensive regulatory standard to address the hazard.
Since 2006, the CSB has called on OSHA to develop an overarching standard on combustible dust for general industry. But despite these repeated calls, OSHA has yet to act on the CSB's recommendations.
Therefore, in its report, the CSB once again recommended that OSHA promulgate a standard for all industries that handle combustible dust. The standard should, at a minimum, require elements such as hazard recognition, dust hazard analysis, and fugitive dust management, among others.
The CSB has been calling for a comprehensive standard on combustible dust for many
I'm
years.
moving some things
Robust
around.
regulation
Hang
is
tight.
absolutely essential to keep tragic incidents like the one at Didion from happening again. But in the meantime, any facility that handles combustible dust should read our report and take action to apply the lessons learned at Didion. Doing so can prevent another deadly incident. Thank you for watching the CSB safety video.
For more information, please visit csb.gov.
See, and now you've all learned about the dangers of combustible dust. Thanks to Mika Nova's Mondays. Mika Mondays. Memorial Mika Monday, if you will. Okay. Palm sent me the images from which I think we can work with. Hang tight. I'm getting things set up. I'll never combust again. Can man, I feel like a can man would also be at risk of explosions due to the botulism. We should take this, I'll take all this into account the next time someone tries summoning a primal. Hey, I think Eorzea has bigger issues to worry about when it comes to What's the word? When it comes to primals and the like. Okay, I'm moving this behind my big fat head temporarily. We're going to get real slop Monday with it. I'm getting set up for the for drawing. In order to complete Palm's request. Mika strong. Yes, I just have to move around all my monitors and the like to facilitate said change of scenery. Get that over there. I need my guy needs to be on. I have my pen. But that being said, I think we're still going to be able to keep watching videos. It's just a matter of let me figure out how to arrange this. 1 second. I think we can close this actually. If it's too tedious, you can always do it off screen. I don't think drawing is tedious. It's more like it'll give me something to do when I'm while I'm drawing here. Just a second. Okay. It's too big. Let's make this smaller. Cut that. Cut that. Make it slightly smaller. And we'll move it back. There we go. Okay. So that will be art. And then for the YouTube video, stick it right here. maybe stick it behind my head. I don't know. Maybe I changed the aspect ratio. I think we can shrink it quite a bit, actually. let me move my big head too. Make your model smaller. Yeah, I'm working. Shrink them. She's Subway Surfing us. It's true. Here, if I shrink down here, and then we put this here. Look, we have so much room now. We have so much room. And I'll bring chat down here. Look, we're about to be peak. We're about to have peak content, if you will. Peak content. Okay, let me save the category. So we switch over. Theme even. And let me get my reference window open 1 second. I gotta open Pinterest. I gotta open Pinterest for this. Let me move the camera awkwardly. Awkwardly move it. I'm losing my mouse. That's okay. And then found footage horror film. Hold the hell, they're giving me whole videos. Granny 1 live stream. Okay. We're gonna listen to Vita Carnus while I draw. Because then I can look away and no one can yell at me because I'm drawing. I thought Topaz was trying to break into my room, but I think it was Hemi. Okay, the next one is Harvesters. What a loophole. I know, I keep winning. Oh, but it's really small for you guys, huh?
The harvester.
Scratched you bad. I'm sorry. That's horrible. He's freaking out because of it. Let me leave it at this proportion actually, and I can just make it slightly bigger. Do picture in picture? Okay. Me. Pause that. Make sure to watch the extra. If I'm allowed to draw and like not really look at it for the moment, we'll get away with it. Except I probably will look at it and I'll go, ew, ew, no. Where is the window? Huh. Why is it? Watch the extra chapter of Harvester works well because it's almost entirely audio based. Oh no. Why is it not letting me select from picture in picture? Let me try a new one. There we go. Let me bring it back down. Hooray for you! We'll work with what we got. Let me put it, I'll put it up here. My mouse is like getting I'm creating an issue. I'm creating problems, is what I'm doing. Hee 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 hee. Hee 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 hee. Okay. Let me turn on closed captioning. And then we should be good to go. We should be good to go.
The harvester is a large, bulbous mass with a large amount of tendrils.
Sorry, I still had the speed on from the last video. Is that volume okay? Did you hear it in that like 2 seconds, or should I turn it up? I think it's a little quiet.
The harvester.
Let me know if that's okay.
The harvester is a large, bulbous mass with a large amount of tendrils spreading from the base. The bulb measures around 3 meters in height and 2 meters in diameter.
Is that too loud?
The tendrils, on the other hand, can extend up to 150 meters in diameter horizontally. The harvester is a specialized form of crawl that grows in a unique and deadly way. A harvester is created when a node that will grow into a harvester, instead of separating, continues to grow. Eventually, it will grow tendrils of its own. It uses the energy provided by its mother branch and expands its reach further. Its tendrils, hidden just below the surface of the ground.
Here we go.
The harvester is equipped with 2 types of specialized tendrils. The first type is bulky and flat.
Ew.
They lie the closest to the surface. These branches are lined on each length of the tendril with spines, extending in the shape of a bear trap. On each side of the branch, those particular spines have a vein that feed into them, that pump 2 types of venom. On one side, the spines can inject a neurotoxin, which will attack the nervous system of whomever it is injected into, causing sudden paralysis. The other side can inject an anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting. Whenever a large animal moves across the area armed with these tendrils, the branches will clamp onto the animal and thrash violently.
Oh my god.
Once the prey has been injected with both venoms, the tendrils will rest and the prey will immediately collapse. The animal will be unable to move due to the paralysis, and the wounds caused by the thrashing spines will not stop bleeding. All the prey can do is lie patiently, until succumbing to blood loss. Once the prey has bled out, the second type of tendrils come in. They lie below the spine equipped once. These branches are thick, but very sturdy. They share similar anatomy to the small branches of the crawl, equipped with organelle that absorbs nutrients. These tendrils sense the blood, and move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid. Once the blood has been consumed, the tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle downwards. This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground. Once secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps. The nourishment absorbed by the tendrils will be sucked back into the main bulb of the harvester. This bulb houses all the vital organs and the venom glands that pump into the spines. The nutrients are then converted into usable energy. The remains underground decompose, providing a rich soil, causing very prominent plant growth, which then attracts more animals. A strange behavior the harvester displays is its choice of diet. The spines will only activate on larger animals, allowing smaller ones to pass by unaffected.
It's gonna get humans in the
spines
barbs.
will also not activate on some species of bird. There are a couple theories as to why this happens. One, it could be that attacking smaller animals would cost too much energy for what they get in return, making it not worth the time. Another could be that smaller animals may attract larger animals or predators, allowing a safe place where prey may thrive and lure more predators. It truly is astonishing. Although it is a spectacular creature, it is also very dangerous. The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and woodland forests. If you are stung by a harvester, there will be no way
that's
of
what I
helping
thought.
you, being that there is no cure, and fatality is 100%
Oh my
possible.
god! Oh my god!
The best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place. If you are hiking, take note of any warnings or signs saying that there are harvesters around. If you also notice an abundance of lush, ground-dwelling plants in a forested area, and there are no signs of wildlife, this is suspicious and you should leave the area, staying close to the base of large trees or rocks. If you find yourself in the middle of a harvester ground, do not panic. Sudden movements may activate the tendrils and will inject you. Although a harvester is rather forgiving, do not risk any skittish movements. Remain calm. If you have any objects with considerable heft, like coats, backpacks, or full water bottles, gently take that object and lightly toss it towards the bulb, and away from your escape route. This will activate the spines on where
Hey,
the
you're gonna
object
die.
lands, distracting the bulb for
Anyway.
a moment. You will then slowly begin to do wide shuffles away from
I
the
guess
bulb.
you haven't been barbed yet.
If possible, throw another object when you are
Hi,
certain you are a fair enough
Hope you're
distance
having a
away,
good Monday.
just to be safe. Continue until you are completely sure you are out of harm's way. You may come out unscathed, but don't be too obnoxious, or you will be a harvester's next meal. Next up is the host.
The host. Oh, what was that? Ew. I'd be chilling. We're all chilling. It's Memorial Day. Except for like this video series, which is moderately alarming, question mark. Let me make sure closed captions turn off between the videos, which is a
The
little
host of
unfortunate.
influence. The host of influence, more commonly referred to as the host, has its name derived from a host who invites guests to an event. Not to be confused with a host,
Very
a harborer of
yippee.
parasites or disease. The host is a semi-humanoid looking organism. It has the structure of a head, torso, and arms. Other than this, it shares no other characteristics. The lower half of the host is comprised of a mass of fibrous tissue and tendrils that burrow into the ground to hold the host in place. Instead of skin, the host is covered in muscular tissue fibers, tendons, and veins. In some parts of the body are covered in a meaty plate, used to cover any large exposed
ew.
areas, but allowing movement. The host's head has a smooth surface where the face should be, attached to a crooked neck, which houses a slit in the front used for feeding. On the host's back is a mound of pores. Protruding from these pores are hollow, hair-like structures, extending outwards. These hairs are barrels that release spores produced within host's body by being fired into the air. These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs. Luckily, the host is rare, only found in North America.
North America.
Obtaining info about the host is a very risky and daunting task. This is because of their rarity and of how dangerous it is to be up close to one. The sores released by a host is very dangerous when inhaled. a host will release a cloud of spores
Except the
into
flesh
the air,
raccoons.
which will be
The flesh
picked up
raccoons
by
did
wind
nothing
and
wrong.
carried
That
great
is what we're getting
distances.
from this.
If an organism inhales the spores, the particles will find their way into the organism's brain and infect them. An infected organism will show no symptoms of infection right away, but a couple hours after infection the infected organism's behavior and thought process will change. The first symptoms that appear are restlessness, sluggish movement, numbness of joints, and lack of coordination. Then more serious symptoms appear over time. These include dizziness, migraines, impaired speech, and trembles. If you, or someone you know show these symptoms, contact poison control or emergency services.
I should... What about
After
me?
a total of 6 to 7 hours after
That's just
infection,
describing me.
the organism will cease all activities they were previously doing and begin to walk.
Ew.
The direction the infected will walk is towards the host whose spores have been inhaled by the infected individual.
Ew.
If the infected makes their way to the host, they will kneel down in front of it, expose their vital organs, and the host will promptly gut and remove those organs.
Ew.
The host will consume them and discard the leftover scraps. However, if an infected organism doesn't reach the host within a 36-hour span or is treated for their infection, the effects will wear off and return back to normal. If a host is unable to find prey or doesn't like its current location, it will unroot itself and move to a new location.
Ew.
Their scarce numbers and the hazard of being around one makes getting info about the host very daunting. All you need to currently know is that the host is extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs. Next, the monoliths.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen you do the lasso technique on stream. I think I only like recently found a brush on the CSP asset store that like I like, and I think it's solely I like it because it does the opacity between the lassoed layers. Thank you, Pom. Thank you.
The monoliths.
Ah!
The monolith is a very new creature, only showing up in June of 1972, in the area of
Redacted.
There are only 7 monoliths, all of them located in a circular position, 1.5 kilometers in diameter. This ring of monoliths surrounds.
It's fucking redacted.
The monolith is a Titanic-sized being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height. Each monolith has 2 trunk legs that are firmly embedded underground. The legs connect to a torso. The creature itself is made of hundreds of thousands of meaty strands, tightly woven together to form the structure. These strands end at the neck, fusing into a solid mass of hardened flesh in the shape of an upside-down triangle, with a hole in its
Pros,
center.
I'm bed. Me. Dave, we're
On
meat
each side
toasting.
of the monolith where arms would be, there are dozens of long, rope-like appendages.
Oh shit.
These reach just barely to the ground. At the creature's feet,
I locked
the
my
strands
computer.
go deep into the earth and extend horizontally a decent distance away. What the monoliths do is simply stand and do nothing. The only activity documented that the monoliths have done was in
Your face is me. That's what I'm
were
learning.
extremely aggressive. When the group of
Huh?
were making their way to the city, the monolith that they had passes roared a deep bellow and swung its appendages at the team, completely wiping them out. When military vehicles were dispatched, once they got close enough top the monolith, it roared another call, this time releasing an EMP blast,
An
completely
EMP
knocking
blast?
the vehicles out in the vicinity. Finally, long-distance rockets were fired and struck the creature.
Oh my god. It is Evangelion. Oh my god.
Although damaged, it regenerated at great speed and resumed its stance unscathed. Eventually, the area has been fenced off and is now restricted to all. Ever since, the monolith stands silently, now only a grand spectacle of awe and mystery, only adding more questions to these meat beings.
Ew.
And finally, the last creature on this list is marvelous and majestic world that exists today. It's as extraordinary to have such strange and mysterious beings appear all around us. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery of the lives of these living meat creatures.
Hello, Eli. Yes. I'm being subjected to it via Palm. Amongst other things. I gotta turn on the CC again. This one is... I think this one is just the oh. So this is all the ones we just watched. I think. But it has another one at the end. They have a combined playlist. Yeah, this one has one called The Singularity at the end, which we didn't...
The Singularity is an orb comprised of a dark-colored mineral with hints of luminous colors within its core. The Singularity is estimated to be 1 meter in diameter. The orb has several unique qualities that are not well understood. The Singularity typically can be found suspended in air by an unseen force. There are also a variety of readings that have been documented coming from the orb itself. Various things like magnetic fields, energy signatures, and other pattern-like signals released by the Singularity. The population of these creatures is unknown. Almost all info about the Singularity is hidden or confiscated by officials. We were only able to receive one classified document about the Singularity being held by...
Marvelous and majestic world that exists
that's what was
today.
censored.
It's as
What the
extraordinary
fuck?
to have such strange and...
That explained even less than not. Okay, these after this one, we then get the additional, the extra ones.
This could be the greatest discovery of the age.
The first two are pretty funny, at least.
Have any information of the whereabouts of...
We may be making a dish that has recently gained a fair amount of popularity. Today's dish will be a cheesy crawl penne.
Wow, they even got like little
To start
guitar.
off, these will be the ingredients you will need. 3 cups of penne pasta. Roughly 3 cups worth of fresh crawl. Try to get a variety of sizes when you buy yours, or when you harvest them yourself. 1 cup of cheese. Half a cup of green onion. 1 teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of Cajun spice. 2 tablespoons of parsley. 1 tablespoon of dill.
It looks kind of like kimchi, doesn't it?
Garlic. A pinch of pepper. And finally, the most crucial ingredient. Nutrier Company's newly released Flavor Enhancer. To bring out the richness of flavors within each and every meal. First, get a medium-sized pot and fill half of it with water.
Oh my god, this kimchi has been an alien entity this whole
Add a
time.
pinch of salt,
Allegedly.
which is used to help the pot come to a boil faster
Allegedly,
and
yeah.
help flavor the pasta. Then,
I hit
set
my
aside
mic.
to boil. Grab your crawl and a sharp knife. Begin to cut the meat into
This
a
is
rough
what
mix.
watching VTuber handcam streams is like. Oh my god. Or like imitation crab, it looks like almost. Ew. 1 second. Hmm. Sorry, I'm double checking something. Autopsy doll teaser? Maybe.
Crawl is soft on the outside, but the interior has a surprising sturdiness. Then, gather the meat and set aside. Mince the green onion into rough segments.
You guys need to not do that on the same one you just did the meat on. That's cross-contamination.
Take this mince and set aside as well. Next, grab your skillet and preheat with along some oil. Take your minced crawl and spread it evenly across the skillet.
Yeah, exactly, Can Man. Come
Stir
on.
occasionally until crisp and brown.
This production has no sense of food safety
As
science.
your water reaches a boil, add your penne and stir occasionally. Cook until soft. At this time, your crawl will be brown and crisp. Add your minced green onion and then the spices. Mix well.
Hamburger helper ass alien.
Once your pasta is finished cooking, strain
And it's
it.
penne. It's not even the good kind of pasta. That's really the offensive part of this video.
Lay your cooked penne evenly into your dish. Then add the crawl topping. Sprinkle a generous amount of cheese along the still warm crawl for it to melt. At this point, finish preparing the dish with your flavor enhancer, but allow your dish to cool to a temperature below 60 degrees Celsius, or else the enhancer will not work.
The enhancer is just to get the crawl to taste decent, huh?
Enjoy.
What do the comments on this one say? Most horrifying part of this is that you cut vegetables on the same cutting board and with the same knife used to handle raw meat. Stop showing your... Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Next one is Guide to Owning a Pet Trimming.
Many people get pets for companionship.
Okay.
They form bonds and grow
The
relationships
pets.
with these animals, even to the point of them being considered a part of the family. Most people get dogs or cats, but maybe you want something more interesting. Then, you may want to get yourself a trimming. These lumps of meat have grown a reputation to be a loving companion for
Oh my
many
God.
people in the recent months. Although, most people may
Oh
not
my
know
God.
the proper ways to care for them. Today, we will be showing you how you can care for your pet trimming. Taking care of a trimming is fairly easy, but this is no reason to slack off. They are living things and do require maintenance. The first thing to keep in mind when keeping a trimming is the temperature of your home. While trimmings are resilient to both high and low conditions, you want to keep your base temperature near room temp, maybe slightly cooler.
Like a damn cooked
That
turkey.
being said, trimmings prefer warmer areas to nest. A simple setup you may use is a box with some blankets on the inside. Make sure there is enough for your trimming to cover itself.
Look, he's
And now,
he's
you have a
nesting.
comfy bed for your buddy.
He's our buddy.
Next, you want to give your trimming the best diet possible. Trimmings are not picky eaters and will eat anything you give them. To keep your trimming healthy and strong, a diet of dry cat or dog food that is high in protein, provided 2 times a day, is best. As a treat, you may give your trimming any scraps of your food. Things like apple cores, banana peels, or eggshells are a perfect snack.
Angelica.
A thing to remember is trimmings are nocturnal and make plenty of noise.
The wailing.
To prevent you from having sleepless nights, try to give your trimmings first meal in the late morning or afternoon. This helps them be active during these times instead. Another
Trimming's
thing
care
to
instructions
consider
also
if you want
substitutes
a pet
clown care
trimming is where they will
instructions.
be living.
I wish.
Your home should have
I
enough
wish it was
space
this
for your
easy.
trimming to roam around, as well as access to the outdoors, like a backyard. If not, be sure to take your trimmings on regular walks. This gives your trimming the exercise they need, as well as allowing them to meet other trimmings. Trimmings are a social
It's actually
creature
very
and need
difficult.
to interact with others of their kind, like how they do in the wild. When it comes to entertainment, trimmings are not the most active and aren't the best at fetch or tug of war. But here are other ways to keep your trimming entertained. Some toys that trimmings like are little items they can push,
Little
around,
items.
pull, or carry. Trimmings also enjoy things that you enjoy as well, like watching the television or listening to the radio.
He's literally
They love
hanging
seeing and
out.
listening to all the funny things coming from the devices. After a long day, your trimming might be dirty and need a wash. To clean them, start your bath with a gentle warm water, mixed with a bit of hand or body wash. Gently scrub the trimming's feet, armpits, belly, and neck
Armpits.
fold. Remember to be careful
Oh,
around
he's
their
literally
face,
chilling.
and avoid getting soap in their eyes, nose, and mouth. Gently pat dry with a towel when done. Now your buddy is all clean.
He's literally friend-shaped. A fucked up alien friend. Or
And
fucked up
lastly,
alien,
as
why
said
not?
before,
Why is it
trimmings
friend-shaped?
are social creatures, so be sure
They're
to give them
shampooing the
plenty
frog
of
is
affection.
gay. Oh,
They love receiving pats,
it's more likely than you
scratches,
think.
and pets. They also love to sit with you and cuddle. Since they communicate with each other in the wild, it is best to replicate this behavior with them as well. Simply talking to them is plenty enough. You can talk about your day, if anything interesting happened at work, if you are working on any new recipes, or talk about the weather.
Absorbing information.
Trimmings are very good listeners and love to be involved.
This is what Himi is like too.
With all of these in mind, you are now well equipped to have a trimming become a part of the family. Do things right, and you will have a companion for a long while.
The next one is about meat snakes. It says, absorbing information, Mika sip. It's more likely than you think. Archived footage. Meat snake specimen. I'm learning. Against my will. Discard this tape immediately. Will Mika do with the absorbed info? Possibly
In the year of
eat clowns.
1945, with the war finally ended, the cleanup process had started. During routine sweep of an underground train tunnel, the cleanup crew made a grotesque discovery. Found completely filling the tunnel was a moving wall, and in the center of the mass was an opening with several skulls surrounding it. A closer inspection of the blockage revealed that the mass was actually an extremely engorged meat snake. Its impeccable size had blocked off the entirety of the tunnel's path. There was many strange things with this creature. First was the coloration. A typical meat snake's color is bright reds and light browns. This particular meat snake was a very deep maroon. Another strange thing about it was its behavior. This creature barely moved. Meat snakes are normally sluggish and encumbersome, but the specimen discovered seemed to lack even basic motor functions. Its behavior was that of a plant's, stationary, with only minor movements within. One would assume it was dead. The reason the meat snake may act this way may be because it was completely lodged in place and minimized movements to conserve energy. But how would it have gotten this deep into the tunnel in the first place? And by
was
the
getting
looks
fed.
of weathering, it had been in there for quite some time. So how did it get so large? The answer was discovered by a different cleaning crew, who found the other end of the tunnel. They followed it until it met with the other end of the meat snake. Alongside it was a huge pile of
Oh my god.
This meat snake's skin also displayed great amounts of resilience. It took several days of cutting to even obtain a sample. Here, you can see the clear difference between this meat snake specimen versus a normal meat snake's membrane.
The Chad tunnel meat
Testing
snake
on the
versus the
sample showed that it
virgin
had great immunity to
normal meat
damage.
snake.
It tolerated extreme freezing temperatures, extreme heat temperatures, and even high doses of radiation. It is a wonder how such durability can occur in an organic creature. Another strange phenomenon is the smell off the skin. Normally, it would have a sour smell of rotting flesh. But the specimen displayed a rather pleasant smell, like that of cooking scrambled eggs.
Cooking scrambled
meat
eggs.
snake was later discovered to be missing by unknown survivors. How the meat snake grew in size was discovered to be...
What are they hiding? It was getting fed! Okay, the next one is Mimic Defense Instructional Tape, which is really scary. This one's 21 minutes long. I'm scared. I'm really scared.
As of the time of this video's release, we have been facing a concerning increase of missing persons and fatalities on a global scale. The reason for this is because we are under attack. We have discovered that there has been a significant growth of mimic populations, which is threatening public safety. National leaders have released this instructional recording
None
to
Mika will
teach you on
protect
how
me.
to
Yeah,
defend
it's true.
yourself. Here is what you need to know about the threat. Mimics are humanoid, intelligent predators that are highly adaptive and feed solely on human prey. Mimics gain information on people by watching their daily lives and pick to hunt people when they are most vulnerable. The most common times a mimic will attack is when you are asleep, out walking alone, or in a cornered position. Mimics are cautious and calculative creatures, taking precautions to ensure a successful hunt. They utilize various tactics to capture a person by surprise. One of the more well-known tactics is hiding itself inside of furniture to blend into its environment.
That's still so gross.
Common objects that mimics can hide inside are sofas, recliners, wardrobes, ottomans, and other places a mimic can comfortably wait. Mimics are able to contort their body in ways that allow them to fit inside smaller places. They also use it to expand their body, making themselves appear larger for intimidation. Another method mimics use to blend in is their ability to put on and wear clothing. Mimics put on layers of shirts, pants, and jackets to hide their bright red skin and blend into densely populated areas. In very rare cases, mimics can develop and grow to look very similar to human beings. Pairing this with clothing, it can be very hard to tell the difference between a mimic and a person right away. If you are unsure if a person is a mimic, look out for key features that may reveal their true form. Look for abnormal facial features, like large, bulbous eyes, flat noses, wide mouths and an uncanny smile, and clammy skin. Also pay attention to other exposed body parts like hands. Mimic people will have long fingers with no fingernails. If you are unable to see their face or hands, watch their walking pattern. Mimics' legs are long and hunched. Their walking will be unusual and irregular. Here is what you do if you are met with a mimic. If it stands before you, do not panic. Stand your ground and try to appear larger. Wave your hands and make plenty of noise. Maintain eye contact. A mimic will hesitate to attack a potential threat. If you are armed with a weapon, aim for the head or legs. These are the best areas to hit to immobilize the threat. Fight back and don't let it get a hold on you. If you find a mimic that hasn't discovered you yet, stay out of sight. Call the authorities and alert them of your location. Stay where you are to avoid startling the mimic. If the mimic gives chase, run. Try to get somewhere out of sight and hide. Do not leave the area. Officials will need to locate you to help. Stay low and stay quiet. With the information you have learned, use it well, and stay safe.
No, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to look at it. Evidence tape.
Got it. Let's see. Yep, it's working.
Hey, can we get a move on?
One sec. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
I thought you only had 30 minutes of tape on that.
I know, but just gotta see how it works. Like,
Yeah, well,
I never got to use one of these. Too bad. You were the only person who could film with me, so you're gonna have to put up with it.
Fine.
Fine.
Screw you. Screw you.
Screw you.
It's still way too dark. One sec. There we go. Hello. Yeah. Oh, there we go. You got some light now. But look at that over there. You can't see anything unless I like point directly over there. Like, nope, can't see nothing.
Are you sure we should be out this late?
Fine. I'll cook you stuff when we get home. Don't worry.
I'm hungry.
Too bad.
Me and my bitch wife going out for our 10 p.m. walk. In silence. Me and my bitch wife on our walk in silence. Me and my bitch wife get up to some shenanigans. I love my nightly walk in silence with my horrible wife, my horrible nagging wife.
Wait. Ah, shit. Right, but it still turns off and on randomly for some reason. Like, it's the best thing I could get my hands on, though. Turning on and off, but it's the only thing that they would give me. It works, though. I just gotta watch.
This is gnarly.
It's not my fault. This guy lives in a fucking dump. We're almost there. We just gotta get through the woods.
Yeah, we just gotta get through the woods at night.
You see it, though? Hopefully I show up on camera, though. Hopefully there are lights out there. Like, people still live there, right? Can't be that bad.
Pretty dark to me.
Heaney's slamming on my door and it's really scaring me.
But it was just one guy.
They're getting one guide.
Like, why would they get rid of everything? Dogs barking are never a good sign.
No.
The sky looks nice. This thing can't capture it. I can barely capture the ground in front of me.
Me and my bitch wife and our dog shit VCR
So what are we doing out here exactly?
VHS recording equipment.
Well, supposedly they found some
Red arrow
guy,
pointing to circle.
Like, it was like...
I'm not looking. I missed something, I bet. I'm scared.
Like, it was disgusting. Like, they had to get rid of the trailer he was in, and then... Like, they didn't let anyone nearby, and it was like this big conspiracy. So, I'm filming that.
I'm filming
Hopefully,
it.
get a good mark for it. There we go, we're getting close.
What a redacted chud move. I like dogs. I like talkative, gregarious dogs. Well, maybe you should be hanging out with his wife instead of him, Apop. Clearly, you would be more suited to this endeavor.
You know where we're going?
Yeah, we're almost there. We're on the road. We're right next to it. Like, it's literally up there.
Okay.
Literally right there.
It's not too late yet.
Hungry.
Said that already.
Yeah? I'm still hungry.
My bitch wife is hungry. Homewrecker Apop on the way. Let's go!
We're almost there. It'll be like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay? We're on the road. We're almost there. We just got past the tree line and make the way to the trailer park. then we can go home. Okay?
Okay.
I don't want to be out
Okay.
here either. It's a weird place. See, we're right here. You go ahead. You can't see a thing.
Where am I even going?
Just up here. There should be a path.
Me and my wife going to the murder
Right there,
house
yeah,
in the
right
dead
here.
of night. None Mika's coming out great though. Thank
Yeah,
you,
found the
Palm.
path. We're all good.
Me and my dog should VHS camera that turns off every 2 seconds. Well, analog had to be authentic. It's true. It's freaking me out. We have like 10 minutes of build up to this with them
This way.
going wherever they're going. To the
think
murder
this way.
trailer.
Yo, look at this. I didn't see this on my way over here last time. It's cool. Like we could get a shot of this in like atmosphere, you know?
Atmosphere.
Hold till. One sec. Let me get a good lighting on that. There we go. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Hey, look, it's like old stuff here as well. Anyways. We're on the flat part now. Yeah, we're close. Trailer should be right up ahead.
That's how they discovered the pop and lock move. I love me
This is
some
where everyone
tetanus.
was. There's no one here now, though. Not a single building in sight. Except like way over
A-pop
there.
has schemes beyond our understanding involving tetanus shots, I think.
There's no one here. It's the strangest thing. This is the spot. Right here. Yeah. This thing. Okay. So you take the camera and the light. Point it at me, but don't point it at my eyes, please. Make sure.
I won't point it at my head for my found footage documentary. He's censored!
Bag. Alright, give me a second. And let me do a little read. Okay. In the year 1980, a teenage boy was coming home from the trailer one late night. Although, when he arrived at home, he found a grisly scene.
He's reading it off.
His father, that he came home to, was found dead. The grisly scene lies before him. Police were called. They came to investigate. Strange thing, though, they immediately closed off everything. No one was allowed near, but only a few witnesses saw what truly happened there. For some reason, the police were acting very weird and trying to keep everyone away and telling little information. And when the information was released to the public, they say it was a suicide. Although, the trailer and most people living nearby moved away pretty much immediately.
Confidential. I need to look as creepy as possible. Please black box censor my head. That's just how indie horror film artists are nowadays, I guess.
But police haven't come out about anything yet.
Their aesthetics and intentions are beyond our understanding.
And that's it for now.
You said grizzly way too much.
What?
You said grizzly way too much.
She's right.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, should I retry?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, pause.
She does not give a
All right, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, why is it rolling? Did you catch that?
Oh.
30 minutes to film, and yet you screwed it. I needed someone to film.
My stupid bitch wife didn't film anything. Although I don't think it's his wife. I think it's his friend or something.
It's pretty scary out here. I know. I understand. Yeah, because, like, back there was the perfect time for a serial killer to just jump out and grab us, you know?
Cut it out. It's scary enough as is.
Cut it out.
Chris? Chris?
Chris? It's who Chris is today.
Chris! Come on! This isn't funny! Chris! I just want to go home, come on! Fine, I guess I'm going home without you. I'm cold, tired, and hungry. If you want to stay out here and play games, you can.
I don't want to look at it. I'm really scared. I have a feeling this is a fake out and he's gonna hop out and scare her, but I don't want to look. What was that? What was that? Applause. Ah. The closed captions are freestyling, clearly. Or they're aware of something we're not.
Chris, this isn't funny.
Ew, 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 I saw it.
Oh. God.
Ew. Ew. Ew, I saw it. I have one eye shut, so I can't see it very well. So I don't get scared. I wasn't sure Mika did. I did see it. Ew. Okay, that one's really funny. Okay. That last shot was good. They got the dude in the costume and the budget. They lost a bit of budget. They shouldn't have shut off the puppet head. I saw it and that was funny. Let me read the comments. The mimics disguised as Girl Scouts trying to sell me cookies, unaware that I have a shotgun rigged to my front doorbell. Oh my god. They're all memeing in the comments. My local town mayor was discovered to be a mimic, and we just kind of vibe with it. The town's actually improved dramatically under its leadership. Oh. If you're out exploring a mimic-infested area in a forest at night with only 2 people, I think it's your fault if you die. These stupid comments. Hmm. Okay, so that was Mimic Defense instructional tape. So we have 4 left. We have Species Anomaly Report. We have Flavor Enhancer Commercial. Uncovered Documents, Message, and Facility 0. This was definitely the longest one by far. Let's keep going. Graphic content. Scary. Harness Species Log 014. It's a Harvester episode. Mika Meet Monster Mondays. Notable population density shift discovered between the dates of 1989 August to October 1st. Apps display the charted populations of harvesters. Okay. August 1st. Huh? The happy, what's the word? Like photo-composed family? I see what you mean by this being mostly audio. They're gonna get barbed. Ew. No longer allowed to get to Canada. It's also a bit loud. Yeah, they're fucking screaming. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh, they're moving. Oh my god. They're getting eaten. Shame. What do the comments on this one say? That's scary. Yeah, I was having its flesh stripped away. I love when the harvester says it's harvesting time and then harvests all over the family. Oh. Yeah, scary. They were melted and turned into a juice box. The next one is flavor enhancer, like fruit roll-ups. The next one is flavor enhancer commercial. Oh wait, there weren't 4. I just didn't scroll down enough. I'm full of shit. There's a ton more. The fuck? Mika blind? New emote?
Flavor. The most crucial component to enjoying a good meal. The way food tastes is what makes eating so pleasurable. But what if you could savor every little detail you could possibly want? That is why we, at Nutrier Co., have made it so that you may enjoy every single bite you take. With our product, the Flavor Enhancer, you can extract every last morsel of taste from your plate. With overwhelming demand for this essential product, even since our start earlier this year, we have delivered what you wanted. Now introducing the Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Now packaged in a larger size and modified recipe, there is now even more savory goodness to go around. Since our debut in mid-1990, the Flavor Enhancer has shown to be a major hit, with our product flying off the
Looking
shelves.
at Mika, non-Mika.
The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe will allow us to satisfy your growing, tasting needs. Now allowing you to add even more enhancer to your dinner, making your food even better to enjoy. The Flavor Enhancer Deluxe, available on shelves now. Nutrier Co. Experience true savor.
Huh. Huh.
These larger serving sizes make dining even more pleasant, now allowing more generous amounts of enhancer at a
Mika
time.
pray.
Flavor Enhancer Deluxe, now available in stores near you. Nutrier Co. Experience true savor.
The sound that only dogs can hear. Hello?
Make your taste buds pop with the new deluxe size. Make tasting even more awesome.
What is this pitch?
This essential part of every meal. Nutrier savor.
Flavor Enhancer Deluxe. Required for all meals, no matter how small it seems. just a little more. It is crucial to everyday eating.
They're addicts.
You need the flavor enhancer to enjoy eating. You need the flavor enhancer. Consume. You need it. You must.
Oh my god. Pitch only a only a trimming could hear. Huh. Someone in the comment says that this is about the can you hear the dog? Palm? Or is Palm just barking? No, it's a sound only dogs can hear. Okay. I wasn't sure because there's dog barking happening right next to me. So I was like, can you pick this? Is my mic picking that up? Thank you, Topaz, for the explanation. Someone says it went in order, and then this is about the host spores being used to enhance flavor. The next video is about the monoliths, so we could see the incident mentioned in that section of the documentary. Considering it has the same color as the spores released by the host from the documentary, found a way to collect and reverse engineer those spores, keeping their mind-altering effects. I can imagine how the cinnamon challenge would be like with this bad boy. Okay. Tape uncovered documents. This one's unlisted. Wonder why. A bunch of YouTubers started making explanation videos on the series. So you get a bunch of people comparing notes. I see. I see. The ants. They're facing a lawsuit or a scandal. The ants. They all have little red triangles on them. From the label, I'm assuming. They all worked for the food company. The brain. The brain on the flavor enhancer. I imagine. The mushroom. The spores. Carcass. What did that say? Carcass conflicts with someone. Containment and Research Consult Agency Society. Association Society. So, like SCP bona fide. A little ripoff, so to speak. Hubie Herman voice. This is flavor enhancer. New log. Okay. Okay, next one. Next one is message. And this one isn't unlisted. Need a monolith bottle opener. Okay. We'll have to watch an explainer video. I don't know if you, Palm, you, or Canman has a recommendation for who to watch for that, though.
In the distant horizon, the group of monoliths stand vacant. Although closed off to outsiders, their stance can be observed well outside the perimeter. It is known to have hundreds of thousands of fibers that weave themselves deep underground, all connected in a grand mycelial network.
You might be confused as to why you received this package. This was left to you because we share a common goal.
I don't know if I want immersive, though.
I'm aware that you studied Cronus and researched their properties. I'm also aware that you received backlash for doing so. Something isn't as it seems, and you know this too. Unexplained phenomena, countless casualties, missing persons, fatalities, and yet no proper action, and a notable silence about these affairs. People are afraid and confused. Why is nothing being done? Because they don't want us to know. We've been kept in the dark, while those above us slither and miss the blind. They have slowly been numbing our minds to their schemes, but they've made one crucial error. Trails, crumbs, traces of information.
The little scraps, if you will.
This is why I've left this message to you. The documents included with this statement is all the information that I have gathered. Every continuity, every cover-up, every clue that I could find, they all lead here. Something has been going on these few years. Something big. Something they don't want us to know about. Just where you come in.
Big flavor enhancer.
This information I've provided to you. I hope you can put a stop to all the scandals. I just hope it isn't too late.
What big flavor enhancer doesn't want you to know?
The monoliths are truly an astonishing sight to behold.
Interesting. This one is still messy. Oh, threading. Threading the paper. Watching. Next one is Facility 0. The fact... Facility 0. Carcass. Oh, it's... I didn't get what it was actually spelling until now.
Mission brief.
Nice ribs. Thanks.
3 ground teams are tasked with infiltrating a previously abandoned mall titled Facility 0, which is located in the restricted zone based on our info. The mission will take place in 3 stages: infiltration, encirclement, and ambush. Primary objective is to capture the facility and seize the items of interest for extraction. Numerous armed guards are located within the facility.
Oh, this also... So I guess the triangle is Carcass? Or is it still the flavor enhancers? Facility 0.
Alpha team, in position.
Beta team, in position.
Gamma team, in position.
Copy. Beginning phase 1.
They're locked and loaded, dude.
Eyes on the point. Clearing pathway now.
Girl, it's both? The ribs... The carcass is using both symbols to identify themselves?
Copy. Green light is a go. Begin phase 2 in advance.
Alpha team, copy.
All one.
All right, we're heading out. Move, move, move!
Because I thought it matched the label on the flavor enhancer, which possibly meant they were separate. The creature.
Lights off. Come on. Move.
There's a Discord?
Keep your distance. Single file.
Yeah, you think so? Like here? Thank you, Can Man. Okay, yeah.
Halt.
Halt.
In position. Awaiting green light. Eyes are secure. Turning blind. Lights green.
Copy. Green light is a go. Begin phase 2 in advance.
This being in a shopping mall is also really funny. They're crouching. Oh my god. There's already fatalities!
Alpha team in position. We are experiencing mechanical interference. Should we resume? Copy. Phase 3 is still a go. Preparing for breach.
Breach in 3, 2, 1. Breach.
Oh no. Oh no.
Get down! Get down! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Get down! Get down! Put down your weapon! Get down! Put down your weapon! Put your hands up! Get down! I said get down!
Stop resisting! Yeah, what the hell? Was it like a cult in there? That's crazy. I wasn't even expecting there to be people to have, like, to exchange words with. Season 1 finale. He's got a flavor enhancer. Yes, it was a cult. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's scary. That'll make sense in the vid. Huh, I'm reading the comments. Oh. Season 2 teaser. Hmm. That Mika's cute. Good. Ew. Ew, I don't like that. Ew. Her missing all of the jump scares from not looking, but conveniently looking at the worst one is so funny. It's my hubris. It's the consequences of my, my drawing and half paying attention. It means I'm cursed. Backwards. Mission summary. Success. They did it. They did it, Reddit. Let me go up to the comments on this one too. What really gets me is you only looked up after a jump scare It is over because of your reaction speed? There's a Reddit? There's not a Reddit. I guess this means that trimmings are going to be a threat in season 2. Good luck to everyone who bought one home as a pet. When the mimic said it's time to beat my carnus, I truly felt the sheer force of storytelling that was bestowed upon me. Okay, next one is New Beginnings for season 2. Or violence, death. Yikes.
Today something has happened within the restricted zone, where a large group of cultists have been apprehended. Several teams of military personnel have arrested some high-ranking cultists and have unmasked their identities to the public. Shockingly, several of these members are well-renowned politicians and high-ranking members of multiple governments across the
Many
globe.
documents have been released providing sufficient proof of the atrocities that were being committed. Some of these crimes include murder, kidnapping, torture, ritual sacrifice, and the list goes on.
The members are found guilty of deliberately providing false information to the public in an attempt to cause harm.
The new Trier company has been found to have very significant ties with cultists.
Yeah, see?
And has been shut down.
Carcass is separate. That's what I mean. Carcass, I think, is separate from the company, because everyone that had the triangles. Oh, okay. I didn't get that.
For consumption.
Cultivation farms are facing
I didn't get
pressure
it.
to shut down.
I wasn't paying
Public
attention enough
unrest
to get the
grows
joke
as the
either.
Trier cult case brings more crimes that were hidden away to light.
The people are outraged by how little was actually being done.
They demand that something be done to handle the carnage season.
Riots appear in the streets as protests begin to turn. Our leaders were plotting against us. Who do we trust? What happens now?
Secret World Order. You'll get your response. The worms.
Welcome to Magister's Wonder Show. I am the Magister, and get ready to explore all
They upped their budget.
the world's wonders. Today, we are learning about the circle of life.
Test report number 4. We still know very little about the nature of the entities. There are 7 singularities in total.
The monoliths?
Each singularity is roughly 1
singulators.
meter in diameter. They are made of an unknown material, although it looks and feels very similar to glass. We are unable to sample it in fear of causing potential damage. The material is very dark in color, but has red shimmers of light swirling inside. There are some hints of other colors present, but is mostly dominated by the red. Each entity hovers above the ground in a stationary position, although they can be moved with relative ease. Our equipment can detect some subtle pulses of energy in rhythmic but random patterns. We don't know what they are. We don't know if it is breathing or communicating. We don't even truly
It's laughing
know
at
if they are
you.
even organic. This is nothing new, just confirming what we already know. Our first experiments didn't give any interesting leads. The most we got was some interference with electronics.
especially
Has
when
base
there is more than
boosted.
one kept close together. But the experiment we conducted showed extremely significant results. The experiment played out like this.
Shit.
In test
My headphones are
chamber 1,
dying.
a live cow was released into the chamber with V1 for an
Gotta
extended
swap
period.
them. Sorry, 1 second.
They were left together for 24 hours.
Not the cow.
The test showed minimal results from the entity and
It's
an
spinning
increase
around.
in stress from the cow. Next, the body of a cow was put into the chamber with V1 for 24 hours. The results were extraordinary. Five hours after the whole body had been ingested, concentrations of Kroll rapidly grew from several points from within the chamber.
Not the second charm point. What charm point?
It rewrites everything we knew about the Vita Carnis species.
Allow the crawl to grow out.
First, a young larva hatches from within its egg. It will roam around and find food to help it grow and grow. Once they are big enough, they transform into a pupa. And after some more time, they transform into an adult beetle.
Your pink
the adult
headphones.
beetle will go out into the world in search of food.
Yeah, this the headphones didn't make it
Audio
in, huh?
Progress report for crawl
You
samples.
won't be able to see them. Oh, wait, my headphones are dying. Yeah.
So far, we grew them with 3 specific environmental factors. 1 is our control group, 2 with access
I'm
to
not getting
additional
anything
nutrition
today.
sources, and 3 with exposure to radio signals.
Hey, Pop, are you a happy larva?
Group 1 grew on par with standard crawl samples. No distinct abnormalities. Group 2 grew at a faster pace than the control group, as expected. No distinct abnormalities.
I'm a focused honey badger. Okay, that's acceptable. We'll take that.
Group 3 grew against its normal pattern, weaving its way toward the radio. Once the device was claimed, it switched to usual growth patterns. Again, no distinct abnormalities. In conclusion, the samples that were grown in V1's test chamber don't seem to differ from others grown from other sources. Still, we will continue with more factors and further groups, just in case. There have been some developments in the propagation group. V1 samples have seemingly been able to produce nodules at a slightly quicker rate than wild samples. Control groups show that V1 samples begin node development a few days faster. More time will be needed to say for sure. As for the nodes themselves, there aren't any distinct abnormalities. We have successfully hatched a dozen Carnish juveniles, several trimmings, 2 meat snakes, and even 1 mimic. We will be sending them to the enclosures after everyone's reports get sent out. End log.
And then is ground into a fine mince and is now ready for the garden.
Audio log. Progress report for trimming colony. Significant progress in learning the social patterns of a group of trimmings we have been keeping together. A new batch of juveniles were added to the main colony at the beginning of the new progress report. They were accepted into the community immediately.
Hello,
no
guys.
conflict or rejection observed. They did provide the circumstances to document more of their interactions. Trimmings communicate through a series of vocal cues. Colony members meeting the new batch with squeaks and squeals. They also are not afraid to show us when they are upset. Trimmings also use some physical displays as well. For example, trimmings do a chewing or chatter motion with their mouths when they are happy or interested in something. The experiment that we performed was to explore the extent of their communication skills.
The test went like this. We took one of the trimmings and had them in place in a modified enclosure. A speaker would play 2 separate audio cues.
Turkey bacon
a positive
turtles.
Cue would play, followed by a treat. And a negative cue, followed by a small spray of cold water. We did several rounds of both audio cues to condition the trimming's response.
Munch, 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 munch. Munch, munch, munch. He's ready. He hated it! They're torturing him with small sprays of cold water.
After the test, the trimming was released back to its colony. And after a few hours, we tested how much the trimmings communicated. Another speaker was placed near the colony's enclosure, where we played the same audio cues.
They pogged, and then Monka W'd.
To see how layered their social interactions can be. Although, we tried something a bit bizarre. We found out that a wild colony had settled around the facility recently. It was strange, what we did. It was a long shot. We set up a radio device near the wild colony and near ours. We linked both devices up and played the cues.
They hate it! So they couldn't control the parameters of the study. Good to know.
There are many predators that would love to have beetles for a snack. And unfortunately, not all beetles make it. Yes, it is sad, but that's how the circle of life works. But look, one of the beetles has laid eggs. And once the beetle's eggs hatch, the beautiful cycle starts again. And life continues on.
Life continues. Oh my goodness. Okay. 1 second. Screenshot. Okay. We're on to season 2 of Vita Carnis. I thought there was not as much as there is, but it looks like we have at least another hour and a half, give or take, maybe a little bit more. So I am going to wrap us up. Very chill, very cozy, very long Mika Memorial Day Monday. Out. But I'm going to release you all into the ether. With that being said, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the non-Mika proposition. Thanks all for hanging out. Have a good rest of your Memorial Day. And I think I'm going to see you tomorrow for something. What did I say is tomorrow? What did I say was... Oh, Final Fantasy reset. I'm working on getting Mika Nova's stream ready. So we might play with her account tomorrow. But other than that, I will see you tomorrow. Bye, Fancy. Okay.